Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing well and welcome to the tournament. Tonight we're going to be playing Bretonnia, giving him a good old college try. And my air purifier is going to go bananas in here, so let me go ahead and turn that down. And we should be good to get going here in just a second. There you go, little buddy. All right. So it's been tamed, and we are going to be playing Bretonnia, so let's go ahead and get the tournament started, make a lobby. So I played Bretonnia for the first time in a long time last night, and I had a lot of fun with them. I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, I love using the cavalry and some of the heroes. So let's try them in the tournament, see what happens. Yes, yes. Yeah, the Bretonnian wallpaper is amazing. It's really, really good. All right, so let me go ahead and refresh the website and go ahead and start the tournament. Stegodon artillery meta. Yeah, it was really cool. That was Charix playing that replay. It was certainly a very fun build. I'll make sure there's no weird admin stuff before I start the tournament. Checking the players here. I'm getting pinged. And it is go time. All right. So let's go ahead and generate the brackets. Here we go. Tournament getting started. How hot is it in California? Today wasn't too bad. I mean, by most of the world standards, I suppose. But we've had some pretty hot days for sure. All righty. So tournament is live. Let's go ahead and tag everybody. And today we had the hotfix. Hotfix, so I'll talk about that a little bit as well. Tourney started. All right. So in our first match, it looks like we got Korn, I think is going to be our opponent, which is very exciting. This player is very good. Casted a couple of their games. I think I've seen them in the top 4 a couple times as well. Don't know how this matchup goes. It's going to be a fun one. Bretonnia versus Korn. I mean, we do have some good knights. Although, yeah, the Furies could be a little bit tricky to deal with, I would imagine. For the lady indeed. All right. So let's start this. And here we go. Loading into our first game here. And it's go time, man. All right, so we're going to be against Korn. Korn is pretty popular right now. They certainly have been doing well. We are on Bretonnia. Let's go ahead and switch to the Knights of the Flame because I think that sounds super freaking cool. And I'm going to try something a little bit weird here that could work very, very well or be very janky. We're going to find out. When you win, you have to type. Yeah, we have to use some Monty Python insults. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's get you. I think that's kind of a fun option. So that buffs. And what? We're on the edge of the Darkwood? Okay. I got it. The old edge of the Darkwood. And that gives a nice little damage buff as well. I guess it's a pretty cheap kit to bring in general. Chad Knights. Yeah, definitely going to have some Chad Knights. They're not bad at all. Let's get a couple of these. Maybe. They did get cost increase, so maybe bringing 2 isn't necessarily worth it. Hard to say. Against Korn, yeah. So you got Fleshhounds. Minotaurs of Korn are a big problem too. Those things are the Terminators. They're very, very tough to fight against. And we're going to get you. And then, of course, we need to get a caster. Karanak got nerfed today a little bit. His snare duration is much lower than it used to be. So that was good. So yeah, talking about today's changes, Karanak got nerfed. His snare lasts like 1/3 as long. He was kind of broken. And the Zinch Shrine has been fixed. Also, limited amount of charges on his snare. So now there's only 3 charges instead of infinite. And Deepwood Scouts got a range nerf from 180 to 150, which is still a buff from where they were before. So they're going to be totally fine. But that is the change that we did see. So yes. All right. So we're going to work on our magic. Get that all squared away here. Don't need magic resist against Korn, that's for damn sure. We really do not. Why is that character so expensive? Jeez. Is it really just all these abilities? How much does that cost? Okay, that one's pretty damn expensive too, and we cut that down. All right. Hey, you just made it? Nice. Well, welcome, Romulan. Hope you do well in the tournament, man. I told people to sign up. Better not be getting any complaints about late signups here. Okay, no, looks like we're all good. Excellent. So yeah, a bit of an off-meta build, to say the least, against Old Korn here. It could work well. I'm thinking there might be some sauce to it. So in the main line here, we'll get a couple peasant mobs, a couple spearmen are very good. And against Korn, what do we have to worry about? Yeah, I guess it's just the Bloodletters are going to be the more meta choice that we probably run into. I would wager. The old Bloodletters, yes, extra evil. And I think we got to take advantage of, the little mobility advantage we do have against these guys. Yes, perfect, Anakin, perfect. So for the Cav Core, Knights of the Lionhearted are quite good here. Magic damage is very good against demons, so I think they're kind of an auto take. You do have the Grail Knights, which I think taking one of those is an auto take as well. And Royal Pegasus Knights are an interesting one. They do get the charge on Minotaurs and maybe are able to wreck them, so I'm thinking that might be worth doing. We'll get a couple of baseline cavalry as well. Now what about the cheap shot cav like Knights Errant? I guess they probably still defeat some of the Hound units, so that's not bad at all, but we're doing an off-meta build here that I think could actually catch my opponent off guard. So we're going to give it a good college try and see if we can make it work. We're about ready. Those units are probably a good reinforcing piece. Okay. Man, I do not have a lot in the way of reinforcements, that's for damn sure. And we have a Grail Relic in the starting army, which is good. Didn't screw that one up. A couple peasant mobs to get sacrificed to the gods. Good morning from Europe. Man, you're up early. Yeah, you must be. What? Where are you in Europe? Charlatan, thank you for the donation, bud. I would imagine you're up in the wee hours of the morning here. Oh, you know, these things are pretty sweet too, though. But I think we have enough punch here to really get her done. Yeomen are okay in this matchup, I suppose. You can use them to do what? I guess like steal a back objective or something would be your best play that you're going to get out of them. And yes, so reinforcements, we'll throw you in there and call it a day. Yeah, this build's weird. It's off meta, but it could really catch my opponent off guard. So I'm very excited to try it. Cavalry pieces, yeah, those guys are pretty good here. So maybe let's try that instead, actually. These guys are rad. They both have really good AP values too. 8,400, yeah, some more HP on them. All right, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's see how this build works. It's experimental, but I think it could be surprising to a Khorne player. I think they might find it a little bit weird, and maybe it can do it for us. Bloodthirster spam. I would actually be kind of poorly equipped to deal with the Bloodthirster, all jokes aside, especially with the change I just made to my army. So, yeah, I don't know. Sonny, been trying to reach me about tournament planning stuff. Is there an ideal place? Yeah, just in Discord. Maybe your messages to my email are going to spam, but Sonny, if you just message me in Discord, let me just check right now. I'm going to look. Have you messaged me in there? Okay. Okay, just doing some quick admin work real quick. I don't see any messages from anybody named Sonny in Discord, so if you want to message me in there, that's the best spot. 5:30 in Greece. Damn, yeah, you're champing it right now. All right, so we are loading into the edge of the Darkwood. We are playing the Knights of the Flame against the Foul Khornate Warriors. Yeah, message me in Discord, that's your best bet. Do we have any mods who could drop a Discord link? If not, I can get to that a little bit later on. But I've been to Greece. My wife and I, we went to Crete. We spent some time in Crete on a vacation, and we went to Spinalonga. We went to the Temple of Gnosis, which was awesome. We went to some cool museums where they had some really like ancient, armor and rad things like that. I loved it. I had a great time there. All right. So yeah, this might seem like a meme build, but I think it has some teeth. And yeah, I don't know. Could be good. Could be really good. You never know, man. You never know. So we're waiting for our opponent to load in here as the lady calls. And no other admin work, which is great. No other admin work. People are getting their games in. Life is good. Said ask. Okay. Cool. Yep. We got some folks declaring, which is always fun. And here we go. Yeah, we're back, baby. So I went with a very infantry-heavy build with Rapunzel. So Rapunzel is going to come in with her Karen haircut, and she has some nice buffs. She has the Fleur-de-Lis banner, so all nearby troopers are going to get 10 melee defense and 8 melee attack. It's actually really insane. On top of that, we got the Holy Maiden's Wrath and Blessing of the Lady. So she's just going to be buffing the troops up in the front, which is going to be cool. Basically going to have like a really semi-elite front line. Let's go ahead and get you guys here. Yes. And let's actually keep the good troops near her. Yeah, so we have a Rapunzel build. I actually think she's kind of slept on a little bit. I played some games with Tim the Wilder a while back. He's a really good player. And he used Rapunzel to pretty reasonable effect against me, and I thought it was super cool. I was like, man, this is a cool tech. And she was able to really, really grind very, very well. So on the side point, we're going to take just like 3 probably chaff peasants just to go hold that against pressure, and hopefully they'll be able to. So put them in 7. We got Felix Jaeger, because you need to have a little bit of support for Rapunzel there. Don't want her to get just slammed by herself. And let's get this. So a lot of grinding. We do have our yeoman, so the mounted yeoman. You're just going to go contest objectives and do all that stuff. Yeah, I think Rapunzel is a decent little pick. We're gonna find out. And let's get another spear out here on the side. And now the peasant mobs for the lady. The only problem with peasant mobs is they do feed corn quite a bit of... I could even send these peasants to the back objective. It's kind of a funny idea. Let's just like maybe send those guys up the side and see if they can just like not press that capture point, but do a little something with it. Rapunzel is about to speak to some managers. She surely is. Good luck, have fun. All right, my opponent is ready. Let's see what he's got. I know Harrison's a great player, so I'm ready for a challenge. All right, let's do that. Get the yeoman up to grab the point, and you guys can move over there and get this. And let's evaluate the army. Some Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons. Valkia is like the most common expected pick. Like pretty much every Khorne player and their dog brings Valkia in almost every matchup. So that's why I was like Foot Rapunzel might be good, right? As well as Felix, because they can both fight her pretty effectively. So we're going to get our yeoman up there, and then we're going to go grab Khorne's side objective too. And as far as cavalry call-ins go, yeah, I have Grail Guardians, which is something I'm really excited to try. We got Chaos Warriors with halberds, and a little bit dodgy, I suppose. We're going to run over there now and grab that point, and just try and get up on the board where we can, move to this. And I think our holding power in the middle is going to be pretty nuts. At least that's what I'm hoping. First cavalry call-in, though, what's it going to be? So I think Grail Guardians, I think I'm just going to save up for the heavy hitters. And you can see the juking here, which obviously we're going to get juked a little bit. We're going to save ammo, because he's just going to dodge it. And yeah, we just kind of keep cruising over to the point. So we're going to get this one. And we're going to lose a couple models here, but I think it's worth the amount of points that we're going to get. You can see Valky's like thinking about charging here, and we're just kind of running around and having some fun. So from here, we pull back, we capture the point, which is exactly what we want to be doing. My game sound's on too, right? Okay, good, it is. Yeah, and Valkia didn't even kill a model, so that's outstanding. Peasant mobs are going to cruise over there. We got this on the side point, and we call in the big ones. All right, so let's go shoot at these Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons. That's obviously going to be the ideal choice. We need to get all our capture weight up on the objective here, and now we start poking. Nobody expects the dreaded Bretonnian skirmish cavalry corps, right? It's a weird one, and that will do good damage. You can see good damage going down on those dudes. If we can get one more volley off, that'd be great. My opponent retreats them back. A little bit late to the objective, but let's make sure it doesn't flip. I need to get these guys up on the point, because I do not want to lose that. All right, so what is that going to be? That's going to be Karanak, big surprise. So we need to get our caster like safely tucked away in our main army. Karanak obviously can come for that booty. I believe the damage got nerfed as well. Not sure, but let's get those Grail Knights coming in to help out. Yeah, Mounted Yeoman, man. Look at the work they're putting in. That's freaking awesome, huh? All right. So we got you. We got the summon, so we're going to keep shooting away. Let's get the spear unit to form ranks out there. Side objective is under our control and looking good. And you can see we're getting some fat damage against those guys there, which is really cool. All right. So the Holy Wardens are here. Those are just basic Marauders of Khorne. So we're going to keep shooting at these guys. We'll send you up here, and we'll get Rapunzel to go join here with young Felix. Where is he? There he is. All right. Great. And yeah, decent little value we've gotten there so far. Decent value. All right, let's pull back the Yeoman. You guys are here, and the Grail Guardians should put a bit of a number on those guys for sure. So we're going to move these in. See where Big Daddy Karanak wants to go. Pull these guys over, get these moving up that way, and get the Men-at-Arms going to screen there. And also now we just basically from this point on, we're just going to be spamming out cavalry. Let's go get those peasants there. That was a pretty good Slaupnir. Granted, he did miss my really, really high value target, so that's outstanding news. Rapunzel and the Holy Wardens are dominating their fight, so let's get the fat heals over there. Pull you guys about face and start shooting at these Chaos Warriors with halberds and get these guys in here. So he's going after the Grail Relic. That's an interesting choice. The Damsel is a little bit vulnerable right now. We're just going to drop our first heal right here, and hopefully we can get Karanak. Yeah, Grail Guardian should do some respectable damage for sure. And we do break that position, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and engage these Marauders now. And our caster's running. Karanak is surrounded by magic damage like hard-hitting knights. So, you know, what's not to love about that, right? So we're going to go charge you into the side of these Marauders, try and break these positions. Karanak is getting wrecked by Grail Guardians. Okay, that's not bad. We are silenced at the moment, which is unfortunate. So got to get away from that. And let's call some knights over here. Do this. And yeah, they can hopefully come and jump on these Fleshhounds here. That'd be very nice. Yeah, we got to keep getting that kill on Karanak. We're actually doing very well in the infantry fight, which is outstanding. Grail Relic needs to get back up here. Let's fight a little bit of this. Get these Grail Guardians back. And pull these Knights of the Realm back as well. So we just need to reorganize like the way that our cavalry is engaged. Karanak is, he took a bit of a beating there, which was great. But the Grail Guardians have pulled back. These Grail Knights have retreated. And we need to get our character squad engaging versus this big blob here as well. All right, so let's re-engage our cav against those Marauders. And let's get you guys shooting into the Minotaurs of Khorne. You guys just get back in that fight right there. And now we can cast the big old heal right there. Grail Knights have engaged. Knights of the Realm around the side. So you guys chase those. Maybe we just come in here. Let's get you over there. Good. So we're getting good shooting here. Felix and Raponce are really going to buff some stats up, like pretty hardcore. And we see the Minotaurs here, so we're going to just slam into their backs here. Perfect. And pull the Grail Guardians back. That's exactly what we need. And in the meantime, the Knights Errant can just Space Jam slam into here. All right, let's get another cabin. Looking good. And you guys can just come get these Fleshhounds. Those are the Knights of the Blood Hunt, or the Dogs of the Blood Hunt, whatever the hell they're called. Raponce is doing it, and those guys are broken. I think, yeah, Raponce and company are actually winning a lot of the melee fights, which is really good for us. And we do overextend those Minotaurs of Khorne, which is great. Now, is there anything that needs healing? Grail Guardians haven't really taken much damage. You see how useful this Yeoman core is, by the way? Really, really solid. I'm going to leave most of these guys over. We can actually bring some polearms to help out. And this blob fight is going good. You can see we're trading very well. So let's get you guys in. Let's get you guys in. And over here, Raponce and company probably need a bit of an Earthblood. So we're going to go drop that right there to heal those guys up. And get these Knights of the Realm to find some opportunities. Let's get them into the Minotaurs. Get you guys shooting here. And you guys roll this way, and then the Knights of the Realm that are left here can move into the Minotaurs of Khorne. And hopefully Raponce's melee attack buff is going to help us out. It's going to get her done. All right, so do we want any heals yet? Not really. We call in the Beast Slayers of Bastion, I think. Get some like good fighting up there. The blob fight is going, I think, quite well for us, actually. And the Grail Guardian should clean that up. Raponce is silenced at the moment. Not that it matters. Her one activated ability she has isn't that good. Oh, that's actually some Chosen of Khorne. That's interesting. Okay. Is that going to be a Sleipnir on my mounted Yeoman? Okay, that's something. Did a little bit of work, I suppose. Grail Guardians are cleaning up. Value is kind of close right now, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. We need to keep shooting at these Khorne. And the back objective, we have a big points lead, so any grind that we get here, we have a lot of time with which to work. All right, so my opponent's going after the caster, the doggy, so that's something we got to watch out for. So let's get you guys back. We tied him up with our skirmish unit here, and Raponce and company are still fighting. Those are actually, yeah, Chosen of Khorne, wow. To be completely honest, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so that's a good play on my opponent's part for sure. All right, so we got some polearms moving up. We definitely need to just start stacking those in. Let's get Raponce over there by Felix, and she can pop her Halo of Maidenly Wrath or whatever the hell it's called. Karanak is getting a little bit smashed up. We have more of these guys coming in, and some very beat-up cavalry, which I think we need to just unsummon. But the Grail Guardians, yeah, I've been loving their performance so far. They've been doing great work. They've been doing awesome, awesome damage. Let's put Fire at Will on and get you guys to move up with the polearms. Help out. Is Raponce and Felix going to be able to get her done? You probably just heal Felix up. He's very low. And get those polearms in there. That should be able to help against the Minotaurs. Thankfully, that Grail Relic is still there. And we do get a Sword of Khorne on the Beast Slayers, which is a great play for my opponent. Really, really good. All right, back point. Let's go there. And now we can call in the Knights of the Lionhearted. A very, very good magic damage, anti-large cav unit. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to get her done. All right, my caster's in trouble. Let's drop another heal right here. Keep those guys fighting. And now this fight starts to turn for us there in the middle, I think. That's going to be a very good one for us. And our Yeomen are just going to be shooting at whatever. Karanak is dying to the Knights of the Realm here. Excuse me, the Grail Guardians. Grail Knights arguably might have been a little bit safer. Not sure. But yeah, this fight's good. Minotaurs are dying. Felix is healed up. Raponce is still grinding. Value's close, and I have a lot more healing. And we just got a big 2-for-1 there. We just got that big charge there. And we need to keep on top of Karanak here. We can't let him live. He's very, very close to dying, actually. Very close. My caster gets caught in his little snare, which doesn't last 10 years anymore, but it's still really long. With Karanak going down, though, that's going to feel pretty good. We have a shit ton of time to value trade back, so I ain't sweating it too badly. We see some back pressure from my opponent as well. So let's finish off these Hounds of the Blood Hunt. And yeah, once we get Karanak down, our Knights just come over here and help out on that point. As far as the middle fighting goes, how's it looking? Yeah, I think we're slowly starting to win that fight. Raponce and Felix just absolute giga-chads. They're doing great work. Let's pull these cavalry over, get you in, and let's just get Battle Pilgrims to start rolling back up. We're going to need some troops as this game does saturate in. All right, so Karanak is dead. It's a really big one for us. Let's get our Knights over onto the Marauders of Khorne. Yeomen can just shoot at Furies, whatever. We don't really care. Let's move you in and just start hammering these Bloodletters. Oh, those are Exalted Bloodletters, but they're going to take a shitload of magic damage here, which is going to be outstanding. And also Grail Guardians are probably a respectable counter against them. All right, so this fight is looking great on the middle. We got the Battle Pilgrims hustling up there. Let's go ahead and get some Knights of the Realm to head up there too. You guys just hang out on the point for now. We're just value trading, so we get a big charge right there, which is great. Let's pull back, and the Damsel can go ahead and drop a heal right here because the Grail Knights are there. And now, do I want to take a sustained fight against those bad boys? It's a little bit risky. Halberds on halberds. Middle fight is dodgy, but it's going well for us. And unsummon you because we need you back in the pool. Let's get back on those hounds right there. And yeah, I think this fight overall goes pretty well for us here. It's a little bit dodgy, I suppose. The Grail Guardians will be very good against the Exalted Bloodletters, I think, with some healing support. Hard to tell. Let's pull these guys around and get them to the middle for capture weight for now. And you guys move up to the middle here. We do get a great engagement there. And yeah, I mean, we have a shit ton of magic damage, right? And our healer should be able to keep those Grail Guardians regrowthed up. We got Rapunzel trapped up here. We got 2 units coming to the middle. Knights of the Realm doing the work of the gods there. Or the lady, I should say. And now we're going to get a lot of capture weight. Yeah, Exalted Bloodletters versus Grail Guardians, not a good fight for them. Grail Guardians are a bit of a counter to them. So let's see. Do we want to heal them up? Yeah, I think they're worth a regrowth. Keeping that fighting power going. Middle objective starting to flip. We're definitely far ahead now. Not far, but enough. Definitely far enough ahead. So on the backside, Exalted Bloodletters get melted by our elite Shad Knights of Bretonnia. And Rapunzel as well as Felix. I'm telling you, this Rapunzel fighting brick in the middle is no joke. It's very good. All right, let's call in more cavalry because she clears out like Khorne infantry like it's nobody's business. All right, we cleared that out. So let's get these cavalry rolling over to the middle here. Rapunzel still fighting, absolute raid bossing it there. There's an opportunity to maybe steal the back objective. Dude, what a beast. She's just the Iron Lady, man. She's not taking any prisoners. All right, that's going to be Marauders. Let's get these dual weapon boys coming. Let's surround the back of the army here. Oh shit, there's still Bloodletters back here. Okay, I thought I killed them all, but you know they're very, very elite, so we need to be careful about that. Let's call in more fast cav. You guys can go and just threaten the back objective a little bit, and Rapunzel and company and Felix. We'll do the Halo of Maiden of Wrath in a second. It's going to do some damage, but more importantly, it debuffs those units pretty heavily. All right, so we'll attack here. It's fine. We're going to eat it, but they should win. They should win. All right, let's give the attack order. We do rear charge in there. Let's get an Earthblood going right here. That should take care of the Bloodletters. And it looks like he brings out some Marauder Horsemen, so we just re-rotate to the middle, basically. All right, so those guys are getting taken to Pound Town. Let's move up here. We're almost in a triple cap situation. Almost, not quite. I probably need to reinforce my back objective a little bit, so I think we need to call some like polearms over there or something. Something saucy, you know, something over there. All right, let's get all you guys in. Let's do this. Let's get this caster heading over to the middle here. Halberds have caught us here, so we need to be very careful about that. Rapunzel and company fighting very, very well, and our cavalry did sacrifice themselves. They made it the ultimate sacrifice. We could threaten the back objective legitimately, actually. We definitely could. Let's go threaten the back objective. I think our fighting power here is adequate. And we're about to get some halberds in, so what we do is we charge them like so in the front with the infantry, and then we pull the elite cavalry around the back, and we give them the good bread. All right, so let's charge those guys. Rapunzel and the Battle Pilgrims hanging it in there. They're doing really, really good, so we're going to charge that back objective. A couple halberds coming in, but nothing that Rapunzel can handle. She's an anti-infantry character, right? Let's get some good infantry moving up to really close the game out. And now we just rear charge these Chaos Warriors with the Grail Guardians, and they should die. All right, so you're coming here. Forgot about these peasants for a long time. Valkia did get my caster, so that's that was a good play. That was a good play there on his part. So now we're threatening the back objective, which is perfect. You know, nothing can really fight those 2 units in my opponent's army as it currently stands. Here we're looking good. Like these characters, her banner is nuts. It gives like such a big stat boost. All right, so let's charge those guys. Give them the business. Yeah, looks good. Move you guys up, and we can charge into the Furies here as well and get some infantry support coming in. Middle, we're in danger of losing. I think we have some good units coming, yeah, slowly but surely. Soon, yeah, it's a triple cap situation for my opponent. So I can honestly just like Helm's Deep it if I want to. I still want to contest the map a little bit, so it's a little harder for them. These Knights are actually going to uptrade probably into all these Hound units, I would say. Although with Minotaurs of Khorne coming over, it could get a little bit dodgy. We just need to like watch and see what the situation is going to look like right there. All right, so Battle Pilgrims are shaken and stirred. We do have a bit of cap weight coming here. Let's move you guys over to the center now. We can just leave like one Haggard Spearman there to defend that, and we need to get these guys away from the Minotaurs. So I think even if we take casualties on the retreat here, I think that's prudent. So let's get you going. Let's get some Foot Squires coming up. Just keep that nice grind going, and yeah, just get these cav back if we can. We just got to retreat. It's not going to be a pretty retreat, but somebody's got to do it. All right. So heading to the middle, so we're going to do it. Once again, my opponent not really able to super effectively deal with Rapunzel in the middle. She's been hanging in there, and now we got Grail Guardians up in here, so that's going to be very strong. I'm pretty much out of healing, I think. Yeah, we don't have any more healing. But Karanak got his butt kicked, which is the important part. Did we salvage any knights out of this? Yeah, it looks like a handful of them might be able to get away. They're certainly having a very messy fallback in good order, but yeah, I'm going to push the tempo a little bit because I still think I have an advantage. So I don't want to be forced back on one objective. I want to keep the dynamic play going as long as I can. All right, back you go. We can start Helm's Deeping with the residual units. So we'll do this. So we'll get you and you and you. And we're just going to send all of you guys. In case everything goes bad, we're going to have a backup option of Helm's Deep. All right, so yeah, he did chase down my cavalry here. These ones can probably turn and fight. They're just going to fight the Hounds of the Blood Hunt. And you guys move up. Yeah, all hands on deck here. We do manage to just anchor on to this point. I think Rapunzel carried that game. She was super good. Just the stat buff she gives with her banner is pretty gross. It's pretty gross against these demonic factions. Because they're going to, not expect Bretonnia to be that resilient in infantry, but Rapunzel changes that game. And Felix provides healing for Rapunzel. GG, the lady wills it! Let's go! Alright. That was pretty fun. I really like that build. I felt like that was clean. It's pretty smooth. And it got her done. GG, well played. My opponent, very strong player. He brought a pretty meta build, except the Chosen of Khorne. But honestly, they did really well. 1730. I did not know they were Chosen of Khorne. So that's what really... They blended in with everything very well. We shut down the Khorne Dog pretty well with our Grail Guardians. Valkia did well at 1800. Rapunzel only 14. She costs 1400. But her power isn't necessarily in her value. It's in motivating the peasants nearby to fight effectively, right? 1300 on young Felix, he did great. And what else do we got? Yeah, Yeoman, talk about good value, man. 800 on these ones, 600 there. Love to see it. Yeah, and for our reserves, pretty standard Bretonnia. 3,200. Oh yeah, dude, look at that value. That's real good. 3,200 there. Maybe just bring a second one of those. Like, screw the Knights of the Realm. Maybe just get a second Grail Guardian or a Grail Knight. I feel like that might be the way. Knights of the Realm are a staple, though, against Khorne. You have to have that anti-large lance. Royal Pegasus Knights I probably could have done without, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, Karenek's damage also got nerfed on his net. Was a close one. All right, chatting with my opponent here. Let's go ahead and see how we're looking in the rounds. So off to a good start. Love to see it. I'm not the most practiced Bretonnian player, but I think I understand the basic fundamentals. And, all right. Okay, so I see your... Got it. Okay, I see your message about sponsoring. I'll get back to you after the tournament, for sure. We will do it. What factions are in the tournament today? Tons. I mean, I'll go bullet off all the factions that we have in today's tournament. Let's see how we are doing. I'm going to report the score real quick. Just won your first game. Hell yeah. Congrats. What was the matchup? You got to give us the breakdown, man. What's the play-by-play? Cool. So 1-0, and that is Bretonnia. And that is going to be against Khorne. Bretonnia has not been very popular this season. I think they're slept on. I think they're definitely a very strong mid-tier faction. So taking a look here at the tournament. We're almost done with the round. Only a couple games to go. I need to give this gentleman a score. Yeah, so just a couple matches yet to finish. We got Aerocrastic playing, which was really cool, the ever-chosen champion. But he's playing like a very strange thing today. He's playing only demons of Slaanesh, which is very, very cool flavor. Aside from that, yeah, we got a Ragnarok Lair next, which is not a good Bretonnian map. It's actually very bad for Bretonnia, in my opinion. So we're going to have to be very cautious there, maybe change up our playstyle a little bit. And let's go see what the matches are being played here. Okay, looking forward to it. Okay, so I'm just going to rattle off the factions that we have in tonight's tournament. We have, where is it? Okay, going up here. Okay, these are all declared today. Or was that for the earlier SFT? Okay, I think there was an earlier SFT that started. Let me make sure it's not the same one. I've been really struggling as Slaanesh versus Kislev. It's really hard, dude. Benjamin, that matchup is massively Kislev favored, so don't feel bad at all about that one. I think the new Fiends are your best friend. You probably would use the new Fiends. Yeah, there was one at 3 p.m. Okay, so for mine, we have High Elves, Dwarves, Chaos Dwarves, Tzeentch, Norska, Vampire Counts, Vampire Coast, Skaven, Slaanesh, Nurgle, Skaven, Tomb Kings, Khorne, Wood Elves, High Elves, Khorne, Kislev, Bretonnia being myself, Khorne again, High Elves, Dark Elves, Warriors of Chaos, Kislev, and High Elves. So pretty good faction variants. There's certainly a couple missing. I don't think we saw any Ogres in the tournament. Yes. Okay, perfect. So chatting there. And we should be ready for the next round soon. So we started at 7:30. So players have another 15 minutes to finish their matches. So the 4 remaining rounds will have 15 minutes, and we'll jump into the next game. Yeah, it's a pretty good spread, I would say. Lots of high elves, actually. High elves won the last SFT. The problem with Bretonnia is their cavalry. Their cavalry does not suck. Bretonnia and Cav are super good. I don't know what you're thinking, man. That's Bretonnia's whole thing. I mean, Knights of the Realm are some of the most cost-effective cav in the game. They're really good. Like, these homies got, you know, high speed, good armor, good leadership, excellent bonus first large, good charge bonus. Knights Errant are quite... At 700, Knight Errants are quite a steal, too. They're pretty good in lance formation, just to throw them into some infantry. Grail Knights and Grail Guardians are, like, top-tier units, but they just require a lot of babysitting. Yeah, no Druki, I don't think, tonight. Purpley, I don't think there was any Druki. Yeah, I would say if I was playing Slaanesh against Kislev, how would I do that? Shit, man, I don't know. I feel like you have to go Sigvald because their sniping is too good. So probably just getting Sigvald to grind somewhere is going to be your best friend. So probably Sigvald and probably a Cultist of Slaanesh to help contest the objectives. And the summon is very good too. From here, you go with the Chaos Sorcerer and you can do the Rampage. It's probably not a bad idea to do Pavane of Slaanesh and then just bring the Whip. You cut this, you cut all these, you keep the lore passive, it's very good. Probably just bring it on foot, to be fair. Maybe horseback, so you could actually get the rampage on things. As far as infantry choices go, you probably want to go cheapo for your front line. And, man, it's such a hard matchup. Kislev is just so punishing. Maybe some bare bones warriors in your secondary row. Like, the whip warriors are good, but these guys are really cheap at 800. And for Zerv, I think you would want some Fiends. Kislev would probably also threaten you with something big, so I might mix in a Soul Grinder just to like punch Chariots and have like some sort of an answer to those. And how can we make this guy cheaper? He's got Blissful Rapture, he's on horseback. We have Pavane, Sigvald has Auric Armor, and Paragon of Excess is a good debuff as well. I like the Cultist a lot. I think they're very useful. So yeah, Triple Fiend honestly would be my go-to. And I would even mix in a couple Exalted Demonettes. Once they're able to isolate Kislev units, they can do pretty well against them. And you know what? Let's cut the Warriors for now. Get a couple of these. And then from here, we can do the Princes of Perfection to sit on your back objective, I'm thinking. Gotta work this out. It's such a weird amount of money I have left. Are the Marauder Horsemen even that good against Kislev, though? Not really. They're good against things in the woods. So maybe our original build was slightly better. Although I feel like you just need that battlefield control in the beginning, so probably foolish not to. Okay, so starting army, we can do just a basic spear and a basic spear. Yeah, that looks fine for the starting core. You could throw a Soul Feeder in there. It's not bad for the healing. Okay, so then my first call-ins would be probably Fiends. And then, you know, some baseline warriors are never bad, I think, in this matchup, although they get wrecked pretty badly by sled. So maybe just like cheap Hellscourge warriors. And then maybe 2 Fiends, actually. Seekers are really good here. They just got buffed, so probably something close to this. And then you need to get some Furies, too. Furies are a good counter. Maybe 1 Exalted Demonette. And we can throw in like 1 Hellscourge warrior. Yeah, something like this. This is what I would probably bring against Kislev if I was playing Slaanesh in a tournament. This would be my go-to. You could also use a Shadowcaster if you want to, just for like guaranteed value, and have a Melkoth spammer. So you basically would just be spamming Melkoths nonstop. This is very viable too. You could totally do that style of play. But that would be my advice to you. Hopefully that was helpful, bud. All right, so another 10 minutes left in the round. I'm very new to painting, but I do have a little collection of undead. Do you have any tips or ways to get started? You currently... all right, so... Yeah, 1 game to finish. We need to update his score. And we are going to... So it's Imp is the player, so I need to make sure he has a score from his buy round. Okay, so let's update that real quick. Yeah, so the basic, you know, really simplistic Games Workshop technique for painting is to base coat your model, right? So the first thing with base coating your model, you want to prime first. So you like a spray prime is fine, airbrush prime is fine, but you're probably going to use a rattle can, which is like the standard spray. So you want to spray prime, make sure it's not too humid or too cold outside. You kind of want to make sure the temperature is adequate for that. You can Google that to make sure so it doesn't come out chalky. But once you do that, you're going to be applying your base coat. So just kind of develop a scheme for your model. And when you're applying your base coats, you want to typically do you want to water down your paints, because if you don't, they're going to be very, very, very chalky. Not chalky, but like bulky, and they'll look pretty haggard. So usually you just have a cup of water next to you, and then your paint's on a wet palette. So you can look up how to make a wet palette. Those are like the MVPs. From there, you mix your paints. 1 part water, 1 part paint is what a lot of people do. Some people a little bit more paint, a little bit less water, but you'll do 2 thin coats. So don't be frustrated if you don't get full coverage and you still see the color underneath on the first coat, because you'll do a second layer over this, right? You don't need to do this so much with metallics. I find with metallics, you don't need to water them down quite as much depending on the paint you're using, but basically you do all your base coats in this way. And then from there, you can decide how you want to do your washes. I always recommend for beginners just a really simplistic Nuln wash over like most of your model, but Flesh is a little bit different as well. Yeah, Agrax is really good. Nuln is very good, but those are some like basic tips for getting started. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. If you join our Discord, we have some painters who are vastly superior to myself who can give you some good tips. So, all right. So the round is done. Right on. Good, fast tournament tonight. I love it. Love to see it. All right, refreshing one more time. Humid isn't really our only weather. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Sometimes you got to work with it, but all right. So advanced Swiss. Let's do this. And it's time to go, man. Time to go. All right, who do I got round 2? Maverick Sloth. Is he playing Khorne again too? That'd be really funny. All right, round 2 started. I'm getting pinged for something. Extra evil, or is it somebody announcing the tournament? Okay. Okay. And let me just do this. And just got to do one thing real quick. Just some admin work here. Active accounts. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. There's a random account in Discord spamming a bunch of shit, so I gotta give it the good boot real quick. And there we go. All right. Outstanding. Okay, so round 2, we have the Maverick Sloth. So very, very strong opponent. I believe they played Khorne. So maybe we have another Khorne game, which would be fun. I'd like to see if my build can work against 2 very strong opponents twice in a row. That'd be very, very solid. Round 2 is live. All right, goblins, get your matches going. Let's get our lobby all set up here. Round 2, T tournament. And let's find him. I almost didn't play tonight, but I heard the call of the lady and I was like, all right, we got to do it. My wife was telling me, you gotta respect the lady here. So here we are. So that is going to be Maverick Sloth. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, so this is Khorne on a brawly map. If he is Khorne again, is going to be very tough. So we are on a Ragnarok Lair, which is a good map. I try to have like 2 big open maps in tournaments like that are good for shooting armies, and then 2 smaller maps that are more brawler focused. So it kind of gives every faction a taste of their own preferences. Do you play a lot of campaign out of stream? Almost none whatsoever. Won your first tile round. Nice, dude. What'd you use? The dreaded Star Dragon? I'm just going to be happy if we go 3-1 tonight. That's my goal, to go 3-1, because I don't practice Bretonnia at all. I haven't played them in probably 3 or 4 months outside of 1 game last night. So, yeah, if we can do it, that's going to be great. Okay, so everybody should be finding their matches here. We need to give you a point. So let's find that. Okay, update you and do this. Just waiting for the Maverick Sloth. You here? I'll find out what he's playing, and then we can start working on our build regardless. Okay, so everybody's looking for the next round opponent, which is good. Let's find out what they're playing real quick, though. All right. So what do we got? We got the Maverick Sloth. He's Khorne. Yeah, we got Khorne again. Wow. Went out to a Dodgers game for the first time. And of course you got the Rona. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, man. I haven't been to a Dodgers game in ages. I've been to a couple though. I used to work in sports, so I would go to a lot of sports games. We used to go to San Jose Sharks, and which was fun. Went to a handful of Dodgers games. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, so we got Maverick Sloth here, and let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. So what do we want to bring? Do we need to bring that? Probably not. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. And for the core army, I definitely liked my core initially. I felt like it was pretty good. So that will be the core of the army. Green Knight would be cool too. Yeah, he'd be really fun. A little Green Knight action. You know what? I'm going to switch it up ever so slightly with my build. Not too much, but enough to make sure my build's more well-rounded. Yeah, we gotta play it safe here. Okay, so do I want to awaken some woods? Probably not. Got that and get you on a horse. Probably going to be some dreaded Karanak play, of course. He's very, very frightening. Get a couple of these, and in reserve, I think I'm going to switch up my build a little bit. Yeah, those things are rad. Their sustained fighting prowess is quite good. And the Knights of the Realm galore. I think you always want to go like 2 Knights of the Realm, and the ROR one probably is worth bringing always. Your main sport is hot dog eating? How many hot dogs do you think you could actually eat? Ale, thank you for the donation again, man. Okay. So I like that starting army. I think it's pretty well rounded. I always wonder about like Pegasus Knights in this matchup. Yeah, I feel like they could be okay. Maybe a little bit slept on. Okay, let's get you, and then from here we could just do a couple baseline spearmen, I guess. We'll get one more of you. Okay. That's a janky old Bretonnian army if I've ever seen one, but maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll get her done. I always feel like questing knights are a little bit haggard. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of those bad boys lately. Get a couple of these, and oh, that's right. This build is missing some essential units. Good thing I remembered at the last second. You, and aside from this, yeah, the big things are really the problem. The Marauders are okay, I guess. And do we want a Knights Errant in this build? Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, that's a cleaner build. Very nice. Okay, I think we're good. There was a lot of Khorne players tonight. There was a lot. Yeah, the Damsel of Life. Yeah, Damsel of Life. You need healing against Khorne. Its damage is pretty good. Trebuchet is bad here because of Furies. Yeah, you would have to allocate... In order to have a functional Trebuchet, you would need to put a Knight specifically to defend it, which is not worth it at all. It's not like a cannon or something that's going to do a ton of damage. If you were playing like a Chaos faction without Furies, like Warriors of Chaos, maybe a Trebuchet could be viable, but here it's not. You're not going to have a good time. Yeah. You can eat 12 hot dogs. It's pretty impressive, dude. I don't think I could eat 12 hot dogs. I'm trying to lose weight right now, so... Yeah, I'm avoiding the hot dogs. I've been like cooking soups and, you know, chicken and lean food. I was getting pretty chunky, man. I was up to 195, and now I'm down to 184. Gotta lose it, man. Is it possible to win matches with super elite builds? Yeah, absolutely, it is. And it really depends on the map, the matchup you're in. It's very possible. Okay. And let's go to general chat. Okay, looks fine. And let's do this. Outstanding. All right. It's go time, baby. The Arachnok Lair, it rises. Melee-centric map. Having to fight a melee fight versus Khorne is not good. How tall am I? I'm 5'10". Yeah. Technically 5'10 and a half, but I just say 5'10". All right. So let's get it. And we got a Grail Relic here. We do also have our elite units. We got 2 fairly elite units here, which is going to be rad. A change I made this time, like I felt like Gotrek would be more useful with the prevalence of like Minotaurs and some of these other big threats. I was kind of like, yeah, that seems like that's going to be a little bit more important here. All right. So let's party hard, man. We'll get a couple Spearmen rolling down to the low ground objective here. We got our brick in the middle. We got our Damsel of Life. Obviously, probably going to run into Karanak again. And we're going to just grab these points real quick and see if we can. I know, but for me, it's not. It might not be big by many people's standards, but for me it is. My body, I should weigh like 170 pounds, 175. So I was pretty overweight. I'm more lean. I'm not like a very bulky person, but I was getting quite chunky. I lost 30 pounds in 10 weeks on an elliptical while reading Gotrek and Felix. Oh, that's epic, dude. Hell yeah. The Gotrek and Felix books are really fun. I love them. It's just like easy to digest fantasy. And hey, look at that. It's Valkia. Big surprise. All right, so we got Valkia. We got, what the hell is this? Double skull cannon? Okay, this might actually be kind of good against me. It's going to potentially pound my elite infantry. So we're going to send those elite infantry to the sides, I'm thinking. No, I can't really afford to do that. I gotta just move up. Yeah, well, this is going to hurt. Let's see if we can, like, occupy their attention a little bit. We got that objective. Double skull cannon. That's actually good against me. I have so many elite infantry, man. That's making me a little bit nervous. Let's get some spears down here. And then for Collins, we could do a polearm as well. And go to contest that. And we're going to try and grab this middle point real quick while getting some value against the Minotaurs, which should be good. But we need to get that points lead. If I can just secure all 3 of the objectives out of the gates. And if the skull cannons are shooting at mounted yeomen, that's perfect. I want them to waste their ammo into such targets. That's gonna be the play. All right, so keep wasting your ammo there. Yes, Precious, yes. And no Karanak this time, though. No Karanak, he's not here. And the bottom objective should be ours in a second. We got some Chaos Warriors of Khorne with halberds. And the Yeoman doing great, just being disruptive. Valky's gonna be probably hunting my caster, I suppose. So gotta watch out for that. And now we move up on the point, and it's go time. We're gonna see what kind of damage those Hell Cannons do. Hopefully not too much. I'm really, really grateful they're shooting at those targets, though. That gives us some good tools to work with for sure. All right, let's get you guys in here. Get you polearms up here, and just position our archers back there. And we're gonna call in some elite cavalry here in a minute. Yeah, the bottom objective's going to us. We have all 3. And here comes the fight. They're gonna be retreating, which is all good for me. So we'll take a little bit more ground, pull back, do this. And what do the yeomen want to be shooting? We probably just shoot the Minotaurs of Khorne. Yeah, I think that's what we want to be shooting here. All right, so let's get Raponce and company and move over here to do a little bit of Mortal Wombat and get you to go help too. Skull Cannons don't seem to be doing too much value so far, which is great. And we do have our polearms here, so they're squared up and ready to go. We're going to kind of pull you back ever so slightly and just keep it up. And now we get I'm going to get Grail Knights this time. There's already 2 Minotaurs out on the field, so to me that feels like it's a bit of a better choice. Sloupnir doing some nasty work there. That was very good. But my opponent being very, very cautious, actually, which is interesting. They're just like kind of sitting back there. Let's take Fire at Will off and make sure we're shooting at the Minotaurs. And here they come. All right, so they're charging right into halberds, which, dude, sign me up for that. That's like prime time all freaking day. Low ground objective, we're kind of chilling out. I don't think we're in too much danger there, so I'm gonna... Ooh, was I moving? Okay, that actually did a shit ton of damage. I thought he used Sloupnir here. That's partially why I wasn't so worried about that, but, that was definitely a mistake. And down here, let's get some Battle Pilgrims to head over and hopefully stabilize that point. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit dodgy, but we're definitely winning the fight in the middle. The Minotaurs are getting smashed up, and now we can call some Grail Knights over. Granted, Valkia is going to hunt them down, probably. So let's get back on the point, keep shooting the Minotaurs, call the Grail Guardians down here, keep that point contested, drop an Earthblood just to heal the army up a little bit, do a little bit of this. And now these guys can cruise down here. Yeah, we're going to park those guys in the trees and get another polearm coming down here as well. Cool, so you guys keep moving. We keep grinding these halberds down, and you guys can move up and attack here. A couple of you guys chill back this way. Although, let's actually stay with those Chaos Warriors and get the Grail Guardians. Yeah, we need a little bit of extra staying power down here. So this fight's going very, very well for us. Got some polearms there, chilling nearby. This could be a losing fight. I think. I'm a little bit nervous. He actually has Minotaurs parked on the other side as well. We were able to dodge that, which is cute. Let's pull you guys back for now. Be very, very cagey. And we can get these polearms heading down there too. Valkia and company are dominating their fight, which is to be expected. Value's close, but we have healing. So as long as we can keep the value close, we're in a winning position. So let's go park these guys on the objective here. We got a couple polearms moving in. Let's get you guys shooting there. Very, very cagey game, by the way. Extremely cagey. All right, so up on the point you go. Let's drop a little heal over there, although they're probably just going to die. You guys get back to the middle. Make sure to anchor that one down. And Yeomen, retreat back. And the Grail Knights, we got to really make sure we don't fumble that. Like, really make sure we don't fumble that at all. Yeah, they just charged into polearms, though. I mean, what more could you ask for? We could get a little bit of counter-charging going here. We got you guys heading up there. And now we could send Gotrek down here. Probably leave Raponce in the middle, because he's going to try and rotate to the other side. So let's get that big charge. Yeah, now is the time to sound the horn. We're going to sound the horn of Gondor. All right, so we get the charge. The Grail Knights get a nice rear charge there. And we got polearm support coming up as well. And all of our archers are teeing off on the Minotaurs. These Grail Knights going God knows where. Okay, let's retreat them back for a second. And we got the middle unlock. Grail Knights are in good shape. A good Sloupnir for my opponent. Very, very clean. But I think we're in good shape. Yeah, Minotaurs are getting beaten up. I think we actually like win the grind here, which is hilarious. Let's get this damsel back. Let's do this. And let's charge into the Minotaurs over here now. We're going to try and catch them on the side. And we can get a fat heal going there too. All right, so Knights of the Realm have come. Let's get these guys in here to hit that that skull cannon. And yeah, the Battle Pilgrim's leadership is holding well as the pole arms. Minotaurs are getting smashed up. Yeah, now we can start shooting at these guys as we get another Knight of the Realm charging into the skull cannon. And Gotrek is going to help with these Chaos Warriors for now. It's probably fine. Regrowth, definitely on these guys. We need to keep those guys active and fighting. And we need to pull them back now. They're taking a righteous whooping, which we don't want. All right, so we're going to retreat them back and come up here to help out. Yeah, perfect. And keep you guys going here. Polearms are just fighting Valkia, which is cool. We'll get you guys back. And the Grail Knights are in good shape. They're not in bad shape at all. We'll send the Beast Slayers of Bastogne down here and call a Knight of the Realm up to the middle to support that. All right, so they've gotten back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Pull you guys down here. And now you guys can get a downhill charge on those units and get these halberds moving up here. These are what? Bloodletters of Khorne? All right, no problem. And we just lured the Minotaurs into a bad fight, so that's good for us. Yeah, let's get the heal on these Grail Knights. Let's get Rapunzel over here in company to help out. We got a downhill charge on those Minos, and they're facing off against some good units for sure. All right, so back up to the point we go. He's got the objective for now, but I'm not stressing it too much. We are breaking a lot of the Minotaur's momentum. Valkia and company can stay on the point here. Because he's going to rotate over eventually, right? Or did he just like completely abandon that objective? Okay, if he abandons that, I'm just going to go grab it. Or maybe I just can't see his army there. I'm not sure. All right, let's get Rapunzel down here as well. I think the whole fight's going to be down here now if he did indeed abandon that side objective. So yeah, we need to just do it. Those polearms doing. Oh no, he's still here. Okay, I knew something funny was going on there. Yeah, I knew a little funny business was on its way. All right, so let's get some polearms back up here to maintain that. And now we get a big cav collapse, which I don't know how well that's going to go. Let's get the Grail Relique in there and get Felix or Gotrek in there and the Grail Relique. Let's get you guys to chase here, you guys to chase here. And how much ammunition do we have? We probably bring you back to the middle to maintain the capture weight there. And that is a Chaos Warrior. Okay, so we just charge here. Next up, we get some heals, some fat heals. We need some big ones down here. I think we're winning the fight. It's going quite well. We have a shit ton of halberds, and they're just out-trading his units. In the middle, I think we hold just fine. I'm going to save up for a Grail Guardian, and Rapunzel and company should be able to win that. Yeah, they should be okay. All right, let's do some unsummoning here, get you back in the pool. Low ground fight is going well. We just have so many polearms that we're trading. It's a good thing I kind of got to practice this matchup the previous time, right? Get these Grail Knights heading over here to head off these Skull Cannons. The Skull Cannons are actually kind of menacing. They've been doing a bit of work. All right, so in the middle, we're looking good. We have the capture weight, and a Grail Guardian will go clear that bottom objective, no problem. And we steamroll him up top. We steamrolled this fight down here as well, and it's looking really, really good for us, actually. What do we got? The Skull Cannon here. Valkia is basically just doing nothing this game. All right, so that's safe. Is that Karanak, of all things? It is Karanak. Okay, so what we do against Karanak, you send some knights at him. Just tar pit him, get the company hanging out here. We almost have enough for the biggins, and on the point, we got you, we got you. Minotaurs are doing their thing. Gotrek's still fighting like an absolute Chad. Let's get you guys back here. And you guys come down here and charge. We have our Yeoman, which we're going to be using for capture weight. Let's get you down here. Just go wreck that Chaos Warrior. And yeah, we still have the cap weight here. Gotrek karate chopping some of the dogs. And I'm more than happy to just fight Valkia here. This is very cost effective for us. Especially since we have a Grail Relique, so, you know, that whole halberd blob is going to be, like, freaking impossible to break. Oh, Karanak actually got us here? Okay, that's very sloppy on my part. That should not have happened. That was very potato. Well, we'll tar pit him with some crap house units, and hopefully that's going to be enough. We got the big Grails heading down there. I don't like the lance formation on them, so we do tar pit Karanak. Side objective's getting a little bit dodgy, but I think we still hold on to it for a moment longer. And we probably start dominating that side objective, too. We are up in points. We have these Haggard infantry still holding, and Karanak is fully surrounded. So let's get you guys heading over to help out in that blob fight. I think sending Valkia there is going to be smart, and the Grail Knights will absolutely crush that low ground objective. Oh, Sword of Khorne. Those were mostly low tier units, so it's not too big of a deal, but still sucks. That was a very good Sword of Khorne. Drop a heal, and run down here to support the Grail Knights. You guys keep fighting here. Let's get some Knights Errant, just because it's what we have right now. We got 23 of these. Let's go hunt you down, and you guys can charge these. Oh, these are Minotaurs of Khorne, though, aren't they? Yeah, might as well just take the fight here. Grail Guardians will grind that fight out, no problem. So we just need to hold in a couple different areas. Looks like back here, Gotrek and company are holding it out. And can I call in any cavalry here? Let's go ahead and fight those doggos. Get some spearmen to move up and support that objective. And yeah, we need to get down here and help out. Okay, the middle objective's ours. We need to get it to a triple cap situation. Karanak got down here, son of a gun. Yeah, he's very, very troll. He's very tough to deal with. All right, so you guys do this. We're going to try and get you away. And on the middle point, we're grinding well. Here, we're barely holding it, like just barely. We don't have a whole lot left here, which is tough. We do crush those corn dogs over there? I'm not sure. All right, so if my caster gets away here, I'm going to be very happy. That'll be a big win for us. We need to loop away from those freaking biggins there. Grail Guardians will definitely deserve a fat regrowth at this point. And we got to hold on to the middle objective. It's a very, very close game. Not quite a triple cap situation, but let's get the regrowth here on these guys. Do that. And now we headed back over to this side. Gotrek and company are doing it. We got some spears heading out. And do I have any knights I can call in right now? Not yet. All right, let's get some more pole arms there, and our caster is going to pull back. The Grail Guardians are doing it, and we need to unsummon you. You guys have done well here, so let's keep the 21 Knights, probably worth keeping, just because their killing power is pretty good. So we're going to take those guys up right now and get these pole arms moving and get you unsummoned as well. And how's this fight going? Yeah, I mean, they're occupying a shit ton of my opponent's army and have already gotten 1,000 value, so I'm more than happy to leave them there while I focus my efforts on this side. All right, so dropping some fat heals. We got Furies coming in. Raponce has got to anchor that objective all freaking day. And are the Furies going to attack me is the question. Yeah, maybe they will. I'm not sure. All right, so call-ins. What do we have cavalry-wise? Not a whole lot. And let's come back here and hammer these Furies down. Grail Guardians are now taking a big hammering. They're fully surrounded by a massive amount of resources. And let's go ahead and charge you in, although bring you back here maybe to clean these guys up. And our character down here, do we get those Furies? Almost. It's a close one. It's a very, very close one. It could be a triple cap situation for my opponent here very soon. If I can, like, flip that objective, maybe. Maybe. All right, let's get these halberds. And, yeah, just grind it out down here, man. That's a full health unit of Minotaurs of Corn. Very dodgy. Very, very dodgy. And we have some great weapons. Not great weapons, but the pole arms coming in. We do. Good. So we're going to beat these guys. We got the Knights of the Realm. We're probably going to need them in the middle. I think that's where most of the pressure is going to come. Gotrek Gurnison is helping crumble a lot of these units. We got Chaos Warriors with halberds rolling up in the middle. Oof, that's dodgy. And let's get some Battle Pilgrims just for sustainability and capture weight. And here comes the Skull Cannons. Yeah, the Skull Cannons of Doom. All right, so moving up on the point. It is a triple cap situation, I think. By the time they get this, so I'm just going to massively reinforce this low ground objective and just try and get that. All right, so we are here. We got the good quality Knights here. We got some Hound units coming. It's old Karanak, so we're going to charge him with these units and get some good magic damage on him. And here, we're definitely going to flip this point here. Gotrek should be able to get her done. All right, so that's going to take a moment. We do get Karanak surrounded by magic damage Knights. Capture weight here, not great for us. We need those Battle Pilgrims to get there a little bit sooner. And this is going to flip. And ooh, I don't know. Actually, it might not be triple cap. I need to hold for a little bit longer, actually. Rapance is buffing up the stats of those units, though, so that's quite excellent. All right, so the Knights here are trapped up. We're going to go ahead and get some... can I afford to wait? I don't think so. I think I just need reinforcements here stat. Because that's a fight that we are not winning super well. But maybe Rapance will allow them to hold on for a while. Yeah, we just don't have a lot here. The Corn Army is like got a whole bunch of units. So we cap that. Yeah, unfortunately, he just barely wins. So this is bad. I think we might be in a losing situation here. We got to move up and reclaim this high ground objective. The dreaded Skull Cannons, man, they're solid. They got her done. Caster, not a whole lot of sense there. We got a lot of Minotaurs of Corn. We got pole arms coming in. Do I have my Grail Relic still? I do have it. That's actually very important here. And she's trying to fight, but that is a big old Corn army. We have some stuff here. I feel like my army's kind of weak, but I want to get a blob fight is what I want. Yeah, we want that sweet, sweet blob with the pole arms and like the Grail Relic and Raponce's buffs and Gotrek. That's what it's all freaking about. All right, so we charge those Marauder Horsemen. We keep running up here towards these guys. We call in more pole arms, probably. I don't know about Elite Cavalry. Yeah, I don't know about Elite Cavalry here. That was actually a good fight for us, though. This particular spot, you can see we're killing a lot of these units, and you guys just keep going here. Let's pull these cavalry back, let the infantry saturate in. We have time to work with, though. It's not a ton of time, but we have some. All right, so the Battle Pilgrims are fighting. We do break those units, and that is a Bloodletter unit. No, Chaos Warrior Halberds. And so let's get the pole arms there, and you guys are going to retreat back. Let's get the Damsel back. Pole arms are coming up here. The Hell Cannon putting some hurt on. We need to get a Knight of the Realm unit to just like flatten these guys. That would be the play for sure. Or we could do like a sneaky theft on the other side. It's hard to say. We do have Karanak there. He's being a very good dog. We're going to lure these guys back. These are what? Fleshhounds? Okay, those are Fleshhounds of Khorne. Oof. And Rapunzel is yeah, she's chatting it. She's doing great, but I think I'm like out of steam a little bit, guys. I don't seem to have enough to deal with it. I thought we were in a winning position earlier, but I was certainly wrong. Okay. Let's get you up here. Let's do this. Our caster gets got, but we're out of WOM anyway, so who cares? Valky is duking it out. Our infantry are not holding super well. We do get a couple polearms arriving now, at least. And yeah, we can't afford to lose that bottom objective. We really can't. So we're going to get some dudes down there. You can see we get a good square cav charge on those dogs. Maybe we can get them to crumble. I don't know. Find out on today's episode. And let's get the polearms up. Polearms up. And Gotrek and Rapunzel need to just get on the objective. And I think I need to maybe work out some like Haggard Ninja tactics on the other side. So we're going to just take a risk and send one Spearman over there to maybe Ninja in the 4th quarter of the game. I think he wins though because he's going to get this objective. Like we probably do steal this one eventually. But it's going to take a little bit too long. My caster's back. That's kind of cute. I'll take that. All the way to the bank. So polearm unit and polearm. Oh, he has something there. Shit, I didn't see that. Okay, that was a mistake then. And our Knights of the Realm do get smashed up down there as well. Okay, so Halberds are on the way in. Rapunzel and company and Gotrek are fighting. I like this build though. I think with some cleaner play, maybe it's possible. The Skull Cannon was an interesting tech. It actually seemed decent. Like they were like good, sustainable capture weight that was very tough to deal with, right? So he's about to pass me here. Is there any way I can get this point back? I mean, we are doing okay in this grind here. Gotrek is there. Karanak is chasing my caster. We don't care about that. And let's get the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis going Lance formation and just try and bunker bust that side objective. I think it's our only chance. Is if we can get middle in that side. Maybe. All right, so we're grinding it out down here. He's guarding that, so that does give me a little bit of leeway. We do flip this point, probably. But I don't think we have enough killing power on this side point. I simply don't think we do. Let's get this caster down here to provide cap weight. And we start to flip this. Rapunzel's AoE buffs are sweet. 50 melee defense on men-at-arms. I mean, God, what more could you ask for, man? Valkia, a menace as always. Only 1800 value, though. Karanak also not doing super well. All right, so let's run these hounds over. Yeah, that's it. GG. I wasn't looking at the score. Great game. Rod, thank you for the membership, man. Welcome. So yeah, very good game by my opponent. He played really clean. His maneuvering was good. That was not a good map. That was definitely a Khorne favored map. And I think that kind of played into it a little bit. It forced us to fight him in more tight areas where he could reinforce. Whereas the bigger map would have been better, I think, for us. But yeah, 1200 on Rapunzel, 1400 on Gotrek. Infantry did fine, more or less. Yeoman, always pretty good here, I think. How'd our polearms do? 1400, 1400. 1700, 1200. Yeah, our Grail Guardians kind of got smashed up. That was probably a misplay as well. I should have retreated them when he rotated over. That was a big misplay. Knights of the Realm did awesome as always. Skull Cannons, they paid for themselves, dude. They paid for themselves. They did great. Let me message my opponent. GG, well played. And let's find out what we got here. Got to do a little drop here. Name on tourney. Messaging the players. Got to do some admin work. Valkia paid for herself, pretty standard. Karanak didn't pay for himself. He got close. All right, so let's close that and then refresh the website. Well played. Yeah, it was a good game. I think if I was more practiced with Bretonnia, we'd have a good chance there. But it's definitely a weak link of mine. Oh, man, we're almost to the next round already. Awesome. So I just need my opponent to report the score and do a little bit. All right, so let's drop you. Cool. So we got that drop up. And just need to fix someone's points here. And where, oh, where is that player? Okay. Here it comes, man. Round 3. Yeah, Karanak does turn off magic damage. Yeah, it's actually true. I think, do you need to bring an item for that? Or is that just default? I can't remember. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll double check that. So I'm getting pinged. And yes. All right, so let's fix that. Score is fixed. Who else needs an adjustment? And Dagerol, I think I already did that. Okay, I need to give him a point too. Right on, man. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying the Bretonnian games. Back-to-back Khorne. Maybe you need a more brawly character on that map. Maybe you need like a Lewin or something. I feel like Valkyria trades so well into that character though. That's why I kind of liked the foot response. There wasn't like any threat to her the entire game, which I thought was cool. Yeah, they nerfed Karanak. He's still very good. I think he's bounced now. He was very oppressive before, I think, and was single-handedly raising Khorne's win rate pretty considerably. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with the changes. The Tzeentch Shrine is fixed. Not that anybody's going to use the Tzeentch Shrine probably, but you know, yeah. A Paladin or a Pegasus? The problem is the Minotaurs and Valkyria can kill all those characters. That's maybe a Fey Enchantress on foot would have been really good, although she probably would have gotten taken out. Oh no, Karanak would hard counter her so freaking hard. Holy shit. Yeah, it would turn off all of her abilities and just all sorts of nastiness. I'm almost thinking another Guerrero Leak would have been good. Having like 2 of them to make sure I don't lose those positions could be something worth trying. Could be worth trying. All right. And is that updated? It should be. I haven't played a greenskin one of these yet. I'm just kind of going through and methodically playing every faction in single faction tournaments, even if I'm not good at them. It's a good learning experience for all of us because we get to learn trial by fire. Okay, let's refresh that. Oh yeah, this is a Swiss tournament, so you keep playing. Even if you lose, you keep playing. Because if I go 3 wins and 1 loss, I can still qualify for the top 4. So I just have to hope that my opponents, and I played 2 very strong opponents. I haven't had any easy opponents yet. If they keep winning games, that increases my chances. Also depends on who I get in future rounds and things like that. So, okay, so who's still playing? We have these 2 and 8-15. So yeah, this round's actually going very quickly. Let's refresh that, see, and it looks like the round is done. All right, very quick rounds tonight, very, very quick. We need a bigger map. That small map really sucked for us. He was able to bounce between points way too easily, whereas Rapunzel was better on the map where I had a home objective because I could just anchor on the middle and it was very hard for him to steal my back objective. I think that's why it worked on the other map and not this one. All right, so one more time. We're going to refresh that and jump into the next round. All right, all right. Here we go. Okay, looks fine. And advanced Swiss. Yeah, Karanak's really good though. He's a monster. He changes the dynamic of a lot of matchups. You have to be so careful. Like your casters are so vulnerable, and heroes that rely on like abilities also heavily nerfed against him, right? So who do we got here? We got Rhino Hunt. All right, solid player. And let's go ahead and let everyone know that round 3 has started. The goblins will rise. And announcement. Round 3 is live. The last tournament we won was actually with Khorne. Yeah, they're doing pretty well these days, man. So the last 2 tournaments I won last season were with Khorne and with the Empire. Yeah, those were my 2 wins last season. Khorne very good. Empire in a good place now. After some of the nerfs to land ships and whatnot, Empire's feeling pretty good. All right, so let's get my opponent in here, grab them. Okay, so I need to find my opponent here. Don't know where they are. Is it you? I'm assuming that's who that is. Find out. Round 3. I need to give you a Warhammer roll in the Discord. Okay. Cool, man. Do you have a favorite model in Warhammer 3 and why? Ooh, that's a tough choice. That's a tough choice. Yeah, I don't know. I like Greatswords a lot. Greatswords are aesthetically one of my favorite units. Chaos Dwarfs, probably Infernal Guard. If we're talking like infantry models, Infernal Guard Fireglaves might be one of my favorites too. I really like the way they look. They're very, very strong. Okay, trying to find my opponent here. His name on the tournament website doesn't match his Discord name, so tricky to find the lad. Ah! All right. Another strong player. All right. No easy opponents tonight. That's what I like to see. I believe the map is going to be Edge of the Darkwood. Let's find out. Oh, no. Borderlow Landing. Perfect. We're on the Bretonnian map. That is what I'm talking about, baby. So for anybody who's a little bit newer, we do 4 rounds of regulation, and the players with the 4 best records after that will be advancing to the top 4 and having a playoff to determine who wins the tournament. All right. right. No, Karanak's in a good place right now, honestly. He's very solid. He still has his snare. He still has his silence. It's great. It's very good. All right, so let's go ahead and get Wookiee Club. We're playing Wood Elves. Wood Elves a top tier faction right now. So this is not going to be an easy fight by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm very excited for this. Do this and do that. And we can probably keep, yeah, we want that. Probably keep that. Yeah, honestly, just all of those abilities. Give it to me, precious. All right, and we'll do this. And now it's time to fight, man. Time for Mortal Wombat. I played this matchup with Subutai last night. It was my first Bretonnian game in a long time, but I think I have a couple ideas of how to play this. I have a couple schemes in the wings. Yes, yes. So what characters? I wish I could bring the Green Knight here, but Wood Elves just have so much good magic damage. It's a hard one to bring. It's a hard one to bring them in. Okay, so we got U4. And as far as, so we're on Borderlow, so we have that back objective, which is 100% going to be getting trolled by 100% going to be getting trolled by freaking Dryads and shit. So we need to probably have you out of the gates, maybe holding it down over there. Yeah, I like that. Polearms aren't super good in this matchup, so we don't really care too much for the polearm. Knights of the Realm are good. Knights of the Lionhearted, also not a bad choice. Very good RWAR unit. Royal Pegasus Knights in this matchup I actually think are good. I think mixing in one of those is a good call. So 2 cavalry here, and then we can just mix in some basic troopers. Yeah, I dig it. Can you dig it? I can, and I'm ready to. So we'll get you, throw you on this. Yes, and we'll cut those abilities. And we have, what, 180 here? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Good build here. Looking pretty clean. Going to be disruptive and potentially strong. Do we just put you on foot, actually? I like that idea. I think that's useful. Yeah. All right. It's time to unleash all of our fury on the dreaded Bretonnians. Or excuse me, Wood Elves. Sharing the same god, I suppose. So got to put some respect on that. Yeoman for any reason. I feel like kind of maybe mixing in a Yeoman isn't a bad idea. Just like one in the build. Just to have some poke and stroke. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much have all the abilities here. 40% recharge. And let's get you. All right. So let's see what he's got. Yeah, Wood Elves, still a top tier faction. And they became way better in this matchup with the prevalence of the freaking ROR Wild Riders having armor piercing. It's pretty nuts. So they can actually trade into your Bretonnian cavalry, whereas historically it was very, very difficult for them. They would struggle with that pretty hard. Time to send those hippies out of the ladies' woods. Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to try it out, see if it works out for us. I'm almost thinking here, we do this. Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit more. And then, do we want to get a second one of these? You know, that's pretty wild, but I think it could work. Let's got you. And get one more peasant in the main army. Cool. Do it. If I was playing Wood Elves, I would for sure bring Orion here. So I'm actually kind of like preparing for Orion, because I know he's such a Chad. Okay. So got to refresh this. Need to really do a little bit of admin work. Okay, so it looks like we had one drop, and so we just give him a point for the buy round. I think he already got it. Let's check. So Martin should have his win there. Okay, my opponent's ready. Good luck, have fun. Thank you, Wookiee Claw, for defending the ladies' honor here on screen. Orion, I like Orion. I know a lot of Wood Elf players never use him, but I personally feel like he's sleeper good. Like, there's some sort of forbidden magic where maybe Orion is good. I have no idea. If I were playing, I will play Wood Elves in an SFT eventually, and you'll be seeing a lot of Orion games. I think he's awesome. Like anti-large, magic damage, tanky, good ranged attack, good activated abilities. You know, I feel like he's really good. I'm kind of ready for Chad Gibson, I think. I guess. Are you truly ever ready for Mel Gibson is the answer. I don't think so, but, you know. Yeah. Okay, looks fine. No other admin stuff to take care of, and we load in. Old World needs... Yeah, the Wood Elves are already an official faction for Old World. They just haven't gotten their release yet. They're like full, like, you know, book release and all that. That's an army I'll definitely collect. My wife loves the Wood Elf, so she'll probably paint up a Wood Elf army at some point or other. All right, so for the build, we have a couple Haggard infantry here. We're going to be rolling up. Squires! Spear. I like how everything in Bretonnia is like a Pokemon. They're like Spearmen at Arms, Foot Squires. All right, so we got Fey Enchantress on horse. We have a Foot Paladin and Gotrek, actually, to help hold down the middle objective. We got double Trebuchet as well. I like Trebs in this matchup. I think they're pretty good. It's just like pounding into Glade Guard and things like that. They can do some nice work. We get a Battle Pilgrim there, and then we're going to send the Holy Wardens off to the side initially to capture that side objective. So yeah, that's my plan. We're going to try and do that. Let's get you, put you in Control Group 7, and if they're not needed over there, then we'll rotate them. We'll rotate them. So we got you up here and a couple peasant mobs. Where's the other peasant mob? Is he back there? Could go troll the back objective of the Wood Elves. That'd be pretty funny. It's always like, you know, people will sometimes overreact when you do that. All right, Sisters of Twilight, not surprised. And cool, so we got those moving. You guys head up here, and peasant mobs can head into the tree line. Yeah, Sisters of Twilight are definitely annoying. We got Glade Guard and the Arwar Wild Riders, another big surprise. They're pretty much an auto take, so I'm not surprised to see that. But now I need to save up for Knights to, you know what, I'm actually gonna just park you guys back here instead. Just so I have a little bit of buffering here, and yeah, we're getting my opponent to waste some shots. Flock of Doom spam, okay. The Flock of Doom, it comes. So we're definitely going to save up for some big heavy hitters. Let's get the Holy Wardens come over here. Is he really going to let me get this objective? No, he's trying to stop it. We've wasted a lot of the Sisters' ammo, actually, which is hilarious. Let's get Trebuchet and Trebuchet. Shooting into these guys. Fey Enchantress is going to be chilling. And aside from that, we come back here and just help cap that objective, I think. Peasants are heading to my opponent's home objective, so they will rise. And the Trebs are now shooting, so let's do 4 and 5. And we're getting a lot of ammo wasted there, which I love to see. And we just need to sit on the archers pretty much the entire game, because they're the big threat to us. Fey Enchantress has some nice tools against them also. So the side point should be ours in a second. Spray fire mode is going down, and the Yeoman can help keep the Sisters honest too. But now we need to just save and get some good cavalry. I think what I'm going to get actually is going to be the Royal Pegasus Knights. I feel like they'll be pretty good here. So we're gonna potentially intercept here. So let's go in and fight. And now, have you captured that objective? Not quite yet. We do have the Royal Pegasus Knights, so we can attack the Sisters of Twilight. Actually, if they wanna come back here and poke, we can keep them honest. All right, so let's get up on the objective here. The Trebuchets are shooting away. We got the Royal Pegasus Knights, and yeah, now our Haggard infantry are ready to feast. Okay, is he gonna come take the charge though? Maybe. Maybe. We need to get that good old Fey Enchantress Mortis Engine aura there as well. So we're going to go get her in the fight and pull you guys back. And do we have any cheap cavalry? We do have some. All right, so let's get you. Do the cheap cav. Oh, I got to pay attention to the front. Can't be here spamming this click button. All right, let's charge there and charge there. See if my opponent's going to take it. Fey Enchantress is getting hunted by the dragon. She's pretty elusive. She can definitely juke and have some fun. So let's do this. She's on her very speedy unicorn. We're going to pull you over here to help out. And yeah, our character blob is going to continue fighting well. And we are getting really good incremental value from the other tools we have. All right, let's pull these cav in. Keep this going. Let's get a Chalice of Potions right there on those archers. See if we can do it. And for you guys, that might hit home. We'll find out. And it looks like it's going to. Great. So that's really good. We got the Favor of the Fae going. Let's pull you back this way. Oh, that Chalice was money. That was the money one right there. All right, let's get in, do a little bit of this, pull these guys back, get the Fey Enchantress up there, pull you guys around the side, and we need to get the Fey in here to start Mortis Engineering a little bit. That's going to be very clean. All right, so we do this, and now we have a cab charge here. Oh shit, that cost 900. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So we're going to just hopefully win that fight. Yeah, we'll find out. So Fey's getting attacked a little bit. We're going to drop a little heal here. Let's get these anti-large characters and have them go after this unit. And now you guys can just continue to pile in and fight near the Grail Relique. We do have several good anti-large fighters. We do get the Pegasus Knight charge there as well, which I love to see. Get some more view. And hopefully the Pegasus Knights just win that. The Spheres have arrived, though, so we can't stay for too much longer. We're going to go ahead and regrowth you guys. Keep them fighting. Meanwhile, the Growler Leak needs to stay there, and we do lose our cavalry there. It's unfortunate. All right, so let's get you guys back and get these spears moving up to fight my opponent's spears. Pull you guys back and back. Get you guys going over there. And just kind of stabilize our backfield and move those peasants onto the back objective, which is going to be freaking hilarious. All right, so Faye is going to go there. We're going to charge you here, and we're going to get you guys to run these guys down. Middle objective fight is going pretty well for us. Our characters are very, very stalwart, and the trebuchets are still generating good value for us, but we need to switch on to the healthier targets. So yeah, we are winning a lot of the cavalry fights here. Let's get these spearmen against those Eternal Guard and get the Fey Enchantress back to the middle. I think it's going to be pretty essential. Those are some good quality units. Those are War Dancers, so that's actually a little bit frightening. Let's get Gotrek and company to fight here. Chalice of Potions would be incredibly money there, so we're going to charge you guys. And we do get rid of those cavalry, so they're pretty much shattered up. And we got you guys coming back too, so let's get you guys back in the picture. Back objective, we could actually threaten that for sure. Let's send some heavy cavalry down there to support those peasants and see if we can get it. All right, so he wants to fight here. I'm happy to take this fight. We have a lot of anti-large here, and we could drop a heal on that blob. It's mainly just our characters now. We are down on points pretty considerably, which feels bad, but could be worse. And we do have some good damage on that character there. All right, so they didn't come back yet, did they? Okay, good. I was like, Jesus Christ, really? All right, so cavalry into the Wild Riders here. We are getting a lot of damage on the Sisters of Twilight. Arguably not worth, you know, probably not the best, but we're going to get there and threaten the back objective. Chalice of Potions here is going to be God tier if we do get it. If he doesn't move, that's going to just be full erect, like fully erect. That's just too good. My opponent's ahead on value too, which I feel like it's pretty close on value. Okay, shot misses, and let's get another regrowth. And partial dodge, but still a good hit. And here the characters are fighting well, and the back objective is going to be stolen. So he does start responding to it, but not before, you know, we get a little bit of work done there. All right, let's call in some heavy cavalry here to run things over. Those Eternal Guard might be able to get in, and those units did break again. Good. So now we have the Mortis Engine effect. So this is where we can start grinding back a little bit of value here. So let's get that. We're going to do a little bit of this, heal you up. Back objective, are we going to be able to steal it? Maybe. And what do we have here, actually? So we got 2 Dryad units. So we're just going to steal this and then rotate to the middle. Yeah, that's the plan. So we just steal it. Okay, is it going to go to us? It does. Great. So then we just do this, and we pull you guys back to the middle here, and we try and overwhelm. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Fey Enchantress is getting popped by something. Ah, the OP Deepwood Scouts. Oh, man. Okay, that probably is a game loser for me. That's really bad. I wasn't watching. And that's all it takes against Wood Elves, too. Sometimes you just miss one thing. That was a very good shot. Man, that just threw the game. I was totally in a winning position until that. Ah, shit. Oh, well. Let's see if we can scrap back. It's not going to be easy. If the Fey Enchantress lives and I can heal her, maybe. But otherwise, it's going to be a brutal one. All right, so we're going to run down all these archers here. We get you into the middle. If Faye rallies, like I said, and we get a heal off, I think there's a slim chance we can get this. A slim shady chance. All right, so let's get those Glade Guard. And for you guys, you come across. Keep that Paladin charging. Middle objective is starting to flip to us. Can we win without the Fey Enchantress? If she rallies, maybe we got a little bit of milk, maybe. All right, so we do get onto those archers. Let's keep riding through to the Deepwood Scouts. We need to just keep that formation going and plugging away. And Jesus Christ, that was so much damage. That was nutty. Is the Fae still alive? She is. Let's just keep that cav pressure on. We might be able to overwhelm our opponent with just sheer numbers of cav. All right, so the Deepwood Scouts have been hunted down by the elite cavalry. Oh my god, I can't believe I let that happen. That was so bronze. And let's get these War Dancers down. Fey Enchantress, we need you to just like rally or break. Just choose one. If she rallies, I can get an Earthblood on her, and then we're back in business. All right, so those archers are getting shreked. These are great Stag Knights, so we're going to move in with our cav and just, you know, give them the biz. We do manage to hammer those archers, and let's just get these Glade Guard here. Pull you guys back in the meantime. We have our Grail Leak, and we have stolen the middle objective, which is great. And let's get peasants over there to hold that down. You guys do this. Oh my god. Come on, I need you to rally. All right, so how are we looking here? Yeah, we actually did some okay damage against those Stag Knights. I would have enough for regrowth. You know what? I think I just saved to resummon the Fae. I think that's probably my best bet. Value is not great for us. We did get some okay healing in, for sure, but it's not going to be enough to just, like, win us the game here. All right, let's go mulch those Dryads. Let's get you to mulch these. Let's get these Knights Errant right in here. Get the Growler Leak fighting. Gotrek got killed somehow. Palpatine, unfortunately, has returned. And we charge into those Knights. Cool. So we get the charge. We pull back. We just save up for the Fey Enchantress, because we really need her in action here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a charge here and then get a sandwiching charge. We're going to go around the side here, and you guys just run down these Haggard archers. So that charge is taken, and now we rear charge with the Pegasus Knights. Fey Enchantress is going to be a little while still. So I think we got to just, you know, play it smart here. Terror Route going down, that's not good. We do get on those archers back there. So let's rotate over. And we just crushed. This is a big play right here, actually. The fact that those Great Stag Knights just got Shadow Realm so hard is quite massive. All right, so let's fight here. Hopefully those cavalry units will return. Faye is close to coming back. Yeah, she's recharging now. It's going to be a hot minute before she comes back. Let's get you going here. All right, let's get on those Glade Guard there. Charge here. And did those guys come back in? They did. Great. So we can hopefully get a charge there as well. It ain't going to be an easy one. And a couple of Haggard Spears have returned. Somehow Palpus Spear has returned. Man, we would have won this without Faye. Ah, what a good catch on my opponent's part. That was very clean. So we pull back this way. And you can see my lack of Bretonnia experience showing through here. Let's charge these guys. Those are broken. I think I'm just toast. I don't see any way of really getting back in this. We do get a decent little charge on those spears, but probably not going to be enough. Did we shut those Glade Guard down? We do. Let's retreat this way. I mean, I don't have much time to work with at all. We got Wild Riders. My opponent does have a pretty big army left. The Paladin has returned, so let's migrate him over to that side objective. And Fey Enchantress is back, so I'm going to make one last attempt at it with the Fey Enchantress and see if we can maybe get some momentum going here. So what do they catch? They caught some Glade Guard. Yeah, nice. And then Dryads are coming up. We have the Pegasus Knights still online. We can use them to go here and try and pick off some of the Wild Riders. And having to resummon the Fae is a rough run. That's really not good. Maybe if we get some like really elite knights, we can grind out the middle. Maybe. Looks like they are coming for the back objective too. All right, so that's been cleared out. Is there any more archers to worry about? There are some. So let's like see if we can like cut through that gap there and get those archers there. The Fey Enchantress is going to be back. We'll have enough for an archer call in here in a minute, maybe. I don't want to have to go defend my back objective. That feels bad, but you know, we might have to here. Okay, so the Fey Enchantress is returned, like Palpatine. Pegasus Knights are also back. Let's get you moving this way. The dragon character could attack there. I would be a little bit surprised to see it dive. Let's go farm here. And did my knights make it through? They did. Just going to have to do a charge there and do a charge here. And I think we have to kill these War Dancers, because if we don't, then we're going to lose an objective, which we can't afford to do. Yeah, let's save up for a big heavy hitter. Let's just get a Grail Knight, and maybe they can chew it out. I don't have too many infantry to call. I guess I didn't unsummon them very effectively. All right, so yeah, we got a little fight going there, and we are going to crush these guys, but points are working against us pretty hard. I'm going to save my Wom for more important fights. Trebuchet has used most of its ammo, mind you. I mean, his army is kind of beat up here, but my army is just in the pits. All right, so let's get you guys. I think we just need like a lot of dudes to try and wrestle that point. I don't know if we have time to do it, but we're going to try. All right, so on the side, we do get that wrestle, so let's just hold here for now. Stop, drop, and roll, and we're going to do some dreaded desperation tactics. So we're going to call a couple of these guys. God, those Deepwood Scouts literally like killed the Fae instantly. I look away for a second. That was pretty nuts. Okay, Trebuchet is going to die, but we don't really care too much about that. It's fine. And let's move it and groove it. Let's get these spears going. Let's wait for our army to arrive. The legions of the unwashed. I have a couple minutes left to play, not too many. Broken Coil is active. In the back, the Paladin is down. A shit ton of War Dancers coming in. Playing from this value deficit is tough. It's very tough. Do I want to Trebuchet boulder that guy? I guess just going after the spears is probably your best bet. These guys are going to get terror-routed almost instantly. And we do have an opportunity to get in here, maybe. I mean, there's no way I'm killing this character, right? There's absolutely no way. I have like a roadmap in my head of how this has to play out, and it's very slim, but maybe. Yeah, Wood Elves do have the best archers, absolutely. That was brutal. Maybe a Fae on foot could have been something that you try in this matchup. Or maybe Lewin, too, because he's such a disruptor, and he's got really high missile resist, but goddamn, those Deepwood Scouts, they melted me. No wonder they got nerfed today. Still very good. Okay, so the Grail Relique is a lot faster than these peasants today, I learned. So yeah, we just get in here and fight, get a little bump and grind going, and on the backside, we're going to call in a Grail Knight to go get that objective. Maybe that's what we needed too, although I felt like they would have just died to the elite archers, and we would have had a pretty bad time. All right, so let's do Favor of the Fae. That breath attack is going to miss, thankfully. And we have the peasant mobs arriving, and we are going to get right into it with the Grail Relique, so that's excellent stuff for us. We can do a Chalice of Potions here, and next we call in a Grail Knight. Yeah. Or maybe we call in 2 regular knights, I'm not sure. Even still, though, our peasant legions have arrived. The back objective completely undefended, which is, you gotta love it. So I think that kind of screws up our plan there. So we have to call in some heavy cavalry to try and defend that one. And because if we don't get the middle, we don't win anyways, right? So we gotta just keep that going. All right, let's do this. We got the 2 peasant mobs coming over there, and here we can call in a yeoman for capture weight. We have to go the more budget approach here and try and triple cap, which, yeah, good luck with that. That's going to be a very, very tall order. All right, let's do a fat heal here. Fey Enchantress getting attacked by the dragon, but she's going to pull back. And side objective, we probably just straight up lose it. A lot of dryads over there, too. We got 600 left. Paladin has rallied, so let's get him on that point. That is good capture weight there. And yeah, just, you know, get that Mortis fight going, man. That's all we can really do. That is all we can do. And we're going to have to get that point back as well. I just think it's a little too late. If we didn't lose Fey, I felt like we were in a good position to win, but we threw that pretty freaking hard. Well played to him, though, man. He saw me slipping on micro and took advantage of me. You know, I was looking somewhere else. This fight, you know, could maybe be won, but I think the dragon character actually just carries it. We would clear this out eventually here. We are going to steal the back objective there, which is cute. So some elements of the plan worked, but overall it was not enough. Yeah, and I need to learn to play Bretonnia. It's a whole different beast. Where's my gunpowder and my cannons? GG, well played. Oh, I don't need to save that. We just casted it. Well played to my opponent. He played very well. Very clean snipe. Very, very clean snipe. I guess that's why you go for very well played. Yeah. Well played, man. You played great. I'm just chatting with him right now. Telling him you did really well. Okay, so let's refresh it, see how we're doing on the round. She died in like 2 volleys. Yeah, I was shocked. That was very shocking, the amount of damage. It was brutal. Report that score, and good luck. Have fun. All right, so top 4. Let's see who's undefeated so far. We have, I don't know who that is. Let's see who this is. Okay. And where are we going? So looking down, and do we have anybody who's not done with the round yet? Yeah, a handful of people. Our game was kind of close. By the way, they fixed quick battles too. Yeah, the trebuchet, let's see how it did. 300, 900 value, that's not bad. They certainly help keep the archers in check. Yeah, honestly, maybe just cutting trebuchets for more cavalry too could be good. They potentially could be. I think a Lewin character is better than Fey too. I didn't like having to run with her the entire time. Royal Pegasus Knights did pretty good. Wow, really good actually. 2,300 on the Royal Pegasus Knights. They did really good. Swift Shiver Shards are what killed the Fey Enchantress. It literally just cheesed her. It like this one unit, it just like karate chopped her in like 2 shots. Oh, maybe the Hawkeyes too? No, it was 1 Swift Shiver Shard and the 2 archers here. That's what won him the game. Sniping my character was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah, absolutely brutal. So if I were to run that back, I would probably go with Lewin because he's got crazy amounts of missile resist. Yeah, he's very tough to kill. And the passive regeneration, you can use Lion Shield if he's in a bad situation as well. And I would probably cut the Trebs and just have him because I needed something that could fight that dragon character. You could even go Alberic too. But I think Lewin is the way. He feels pretty good against Wood Elves. Okay, so let's see here. How are we doing? Which map? Okay, just answering some admin stuff. And what do we got? Okay, looks like we're almost ready for round 4. Thank you guys for joining tonight. It's going to be fun. Faction War coming up soon. Just trying to iron out a date. I'm thinking sometime next week we'll do it. Maybe on like a Saturday. That'd be really fun. Using the new Conquest mode, that'd be perfect. All right. Round 2, Ragnarok Lair is missing. Okay, so someone just chatting me up there. Okay, 2 games left to go. 1 game left to go. And it is going to be Hardboiled versus Mood. Okay, gotta check that. I don't know how Romulan has so many points. Okay, we gotta fix him. So he should only have 3 of those. How do you turn this on? How do you turn what on, Romulan? You're doing great, by the way, Romulan. 3-0, man. Aren't you playing Skaven? It's super cool. I'm happy to see Skaven doing well. Yeah, that's great. Skaven have been making a bit of a comeback. They got some nice cost reductions, and some of the nerfs to other OP things have made Skaven a little bit stronger. Hey, Turin, really struggling with Dowie Air Force? It's honestly pretty overpowered, the Dowie Air Force. You would need to tell me what matchup you're playing, and then I can give you a little bit of advice. Yeah, your opponent dropped Romulan, so it gave you double points. I fixed it. Don't worry. I that's for me to take care of. That's for me to take care of. You're playing Dark Elves. Ooh, I love to see it. All right. Well, I certainly won't be playing you, but in spirit. Subutai is 2-1. He might be able to qualify. We'll find out. Okay, your score is fixed. No drama there. How you enjoying the game, Romulan? You enjoying Dom mode? And I know you've played pretty much everything throughout the years. Brett versus Dowie. Oh God, please no. I think it's winnable, but it's certainly not a fun matchup. All right, so let's get this and announce to the next group that we are ready. And it's go time, man. Find your opponent. So this is the last round of regulation. And then we go to the top 4, which we're not going to be in tonight because we needed to win a little bit more. We needed to win one of those last 2 games we played, which we did not. Our opponents played very well. Okay, so let's see what my opponent's playing. Bretonnia is definitely a faction that doesn't suit my playstyle very well. I gotta learn them. It's a whole different beast. Okay, so my opponent, what are they playing? I don't have any chat history with them, so I'm not sure. Netro, what are you playing, buddy? What are you playing? Tzeentch. Oh shit. Okay, how do we play this? I think we need a combat character for sure, would be my guess. So let's start setting this up. Malekith, yeah, Malekith rules, dude. He's super cool. Yeah, Romulan for sure. It's come a long way. Domination mode's in a great position now. It needed some milk for a while, though. It really did. Okay, and then we do this. It's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, Screamers are probably really problematic here, right? I would wager. Gotta be. And the map is going to be what? I think it's a very brawl-centric map. Let's go ahead and check. It is going to be Itza. Okay. So this is just a knockdown, drag-out fight, man. We're just going to be grinding it up on old Itza. And I'll keep working on this build here. Henri Lamassif, yeah, he's not bad. You could bring Henri here if you want to. He'll get her done. Archers against Tzeentch is risky because they do have a lot of yeah, they have a lot of nastiness. Maybe like a couple archers is okay, I would suspect. You probably don't want to go too hard in the paint on dealing with those. Aside from that, yes. I really like this build so far. I think it's rad as hell. The Arwar Battle Pilgrims, probably Foot Squires are going to be like one of your go-to infantry in this matchup, I'm thinking. It's my opponent here. Let's see. He is here. Good to see. Good to see. All right, so that force is looking good. Do we want any skirmishers on Itza? It's probably not super useful to have like Yeomen and things like that. What large targets do we need to worry about? Mainly like Tzeentch Warrior Halberds. Probably calling in some heavy hitters is going to be the way. Yeah, a lot of armored infantry, a lot of halberds, I suspect is what we're going to run into. Probably Severed Claw, right? Severed Claw is not easy to deal with for Bretonnia. So we're gonna have to chop them up the good old-fashioned way. Felix Jaeger kind of works. He helps with that, but it takes some time. Thank you, Mal. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was kept alive by all those great people making maps for the community, and the game has always needed more maps. Yeah, it really has. It really has. This could honestly be a Raponce matchup too, right? Raponce to Mayonnaise? No, I think I like the other idea we're going with here, though. I think I dig it. Can you dig it? Let's get a couple of these guys, and then Collins are going to be 1 and 2. And for cavalry, like, what are Knights of the Realm? I guess Knights of the Realm are good against they'll trade okay into Centaurs of Tzeentch. So that's probably one of the main reasons why you bring them. Yeah, this looks good to me, man. I think my build is ready, so we're good to go for our opponent. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, the Cultist of Tzeentch is good. The one that has the fire magic and can do some. He has like a mini army-wide buff ability. Seems pretty strong. Seems pretty strong to me. Let's get this and get you, and then get one more of these, and get a peasant mob as well. Yeomen in this matchup, I don't know how I feel. I don't think yeomen are terribly necessary. Yeah, we'll find out. I wish I could have gotten a Green Knight game for you guys tonight. I'm sorry it didn't happen. I'm sorry. It would have been cool, but like I'm playing all these demon factions that have a ton of magic damage and stuff that they can get through the Green Knight pretty effectively. Undefeated players, Alexander, Scrambled Egg Special, J-Barbs, Romulan Dog so far. So those are strong contenders for our top 4 right now. And yeah, we're getting into the next battle here. Time to learn some more Bretonnia. Now, Bretonnia is a good faction, I think. I think they're good. They take a certain knowledge. You need to know like how to play them, though. There's a lot of nuance. It's not like a chaos faction. Like if you have some multiplayer experience, I feel you can pick up like any of the chaos-centric factions and kind of like understand how they're played. But Bretonnia is a weird one. They're very weird, but they're good. I think they're strong. Despite me going 1 and 2 so far, I do think they're very good. Yeah. Yeah, lots of micro, for sure. Lots of micro and lots of build knowledge. So far, Bretonnia's win rate this season is not... Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, Bretonnia sucks this season, at least on stats. They are... Bretonnia is 0-4 against Wood Elves this season. And they have a 35% win rate. So it would have been 38% before my games tonight. So Bretonnia's win rate is actually in the pits. Pilot, thanks for becoming a channel member. Yes, yes. Let's get it. Yeah, wow. 35% win rate. Bretonnia is actually a bottom 3 faction right now. Okay, I did not see that before we played. I did not see it. But it is the case. I think it's time for a Nurgle SFT too. I've been fiending for a little bit of Nurgle action. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, SFTs are always fun. It's cool to see like players be able to really like play their specialties. So most people play their mains, right, when they play in SFTs. And being able to see that is very fun. Yeah, Brett doesn't counter Wood Elves anymore though. Wood Elves I think actually are good against Bretonnia because of the armor piercing Wild Riders and just the insane archers have really changed the paradigm of that. Yeah, right. So let's get you. Let's get the Grail Relique. And we can get another Foot Squire here. And we're going to get some pole arms over here on the side and a couple of you guys on the side to go play that objective. And I did bring archers this time. I don't know how that's going to work out. We're going to try it. They're very vulnerable against Furies, but I do have a couple things that I think can kill Furies. So I'm hoping that'll be enough. And we'll just send one Haggard Peasant to go threaten the top. It'll be fun. Screen Blocker. You guys don't want me to cast the whole game with the Screen Blocker? Oh, come on now. Love the channel. Stay golden. Hey, all day, man. All day. We're here. We're here to stay. Look, have fun to my opponent. See what he's got. I'm hyped for this one. Wookiee is too powerful. He is. Oh, okay, interesting. He's going to let me have these low ground objectives. I'm more than happy to oblige on that. So we're going to do this. We're going to get our flyers. And we see Halberds. We see Village the Curseling. Okay, he's kind of hard to kill in some Screamers of Tzeentch. Thankfully, my Air Force will kill those Screamers. I have magic damage, anti-large, plus Alberic. He has anti-large and gives stat buffs to nearby units. So very, very happy to see what I'm seeing right now. All right, so let's get you guys. Archers here. We should be able to protect the archers with our Air Force. Next call-in is going to be Royal Hippogriff Knights, probably. Or we could call in the just more Foot Squires. I'm not sure how we want to approach this yet. But regardless, he's probably going to make a play for that side objective, so I think just reinforcing that with more fighting power is going to be smart. So we can fight off like Zangors, because Zangors are probably going to be his call-in here. Yeah, domination mode has gone through some tough times, but it's cool. Like, you know, we basically... Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, the way they're marching. Oh, do I take the bait? Yes, I do. Oh, God, I'm so wrecked right now. That should do a lot of damage. He's gonna react now, but... Did it even get through the shields? Yeah, it was a perfect hit, but okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much damage a lot of the Bretonnian stuff does. So, yeah, that was a little underwhelming. Sorry about the blue ball there. It looked like it was going to be so good, and now we just waste these archers and hunker down on these 2 objectives and just, you know, play that way. That's usually how it's done on ITSA anyways. You can see we're able to force those guys back. Let's get these peasant archers and start wasting into the warriors while their shields are down. And we can send Homeboy in. Footsquire should be very good. If he tries to send any flyers over me, I think we're ready to take him on. And I guess at the end of the day, it does end up working out, right? We got the shields off these units, so they're going to be a little bit more vulnerable here. Waiting for him to get close before I engage. And so the Grail Relic can sit between the 2 of them and 2 of them. And Alberic can do a little bit of a teasing charge here. But yeah, his ground-based core is going to be very difficult to deal with. So we do get rid of those guys. Let's just keep on these for now. Alberic getting some good work done. Let's call the Footsquires over here. I really don't have, like I said, good answers for his ground units. And let's get another Footsquire coming up here. All right, so that's going to be some Blue Fire of Tzeentch. Let's go ahead and pull back right now. And what do we have up in the sky? He's not committing his other units, but yeah, I think it's time for a little bit of a heal here. So we're going to get a heal up those 2 Footsquires that are fighting. And we're going to start trying to work on probably Village, actually. He's probably easier to kill than Aecold, honestly. All right, let's get you guys fighting Zangors. And yeah, I mean, we still are on a huge Griffin. Okay, that's actually a really opportune target. So let's go back there and take out that Soul Grinder if possible. You can see our infantry are winning the fight. So we are holding on to the objective well. And we have more reinforcements coming in. So I think I'm going to go Space Jam Slam these Screamers and keep you back here. Holy Warden should win that fight. Archers are still very functional. And the Grail Relic is going to keep my dudes fighting for like 10 years, right? Yeah, you see he's running away with those, which is pretty funny. Let's do this. Pull you guys back. And yeah, the Soul Grinder of Tzeentch is in the bushes, you know, doing a little bit of work. Let's get Alberic back into the mix. I don't want him to just be sitting around doing nothing. We'll drop another heal here. Those guys are barely hanging on. And yeah, he's just, you know, afraid of my flyers. So he's going to keep his dudes back there. Footsquires, though, pumping and grinding. Here we got another good engagement for us. So this is like kind of infantry swarm Bretonnia, which is weird. But Alberic does get a nice charge there and a big Vortex. That was a very good cast from my opponent. Very well played. He managed to get a couple units there, so that was very clean. Let's get you guys here and get these archers shooting into the Zangors. Pegasus Knights are still just chilling. Let's get you guys up. And Alberic is beating the brakes out of Aecold, which makes sense, right? He should. And what are those? This is going to be more Halberd boys. All right, so Footsquires, we need to get in there. I can't attack his Soul Grinder without dealing with those other guys first, which is a little bit dodgy. Alberic, probably let's get away from those Halberds. Let's get a regrowth on you and refresh that charge. Get you guys in there and get these archers back. You guys can shoot at these. And Alberic is now back up in the sky. So hopefully we can get those Screamers now. That's going to be the play. So we got 2 good infantry units heading over there. More Footsquires moving in. Archers and archers. Let's shoot these. And now up in the sky, we're going to crush these things. It's going to be very good for us. Do a little Trident Madon action over there. We got Halberds waiting in the wings. And let's get some Knights of the Realm out here to support. All right, so yeah, Royal Pegasus Knights dominate Screamers. So that was something I was kind of theorizing would be very, very good here. We have our caster, so let's just drop a heal here. Wow, look at that. That was a crushing defeat. Now we can go and pretty much feast on the Furies. So we're going to hunt down the Furies. They're one of the bigger problems. Alberic can go after the Soul Grinder. Middle objective is in danger of flipping, but I have good capture weight coming up here. So that's going to be outstanding. And yeah, these cavalry, I think we just go secure the high ground. Furies are going to die to my Pegasus Knights, and the big changer beast there is going to have some problems. So archers, let's park them on the edge of the objective to make sure we maintain our cap weight there, be kind of real cagey. And now we have potentially good cap here. Yeah, nice. So we are able to take them down. Let's get these cavalry. We'll go in lance formation just to be extra epic. Furies are dying to the knights there. Here, what can we shoot? Just shoot the halberds, call it a day. And engage against the Zangors. Zangors normally trade pretty well into Battle Pilgrims. But with our cavalry coming in and getting a sweet lance formation charge from the back, I think that should be enough. Keep hunting down these Furies. Damsel can do this. Where are they going? They're going here, so we'll do a little scroll of shielding. I didn't actually mean to bring this. What the hell is going on with Alberic? He hasn't hit this thing once. He's been back here for like a minute. Okay, that's weird. That's like, I don't know if that's a bug or what, but that's like, we can't afford to be wasting time there. We have to go and kill Aecold. That's a weird ass. Like, I had Alberic there for like a good minute and he didn't hit once. Like, what the hell is that? All right, so we get the charge there. Pegasus Knights have cleaned up, so let's go get the Pegasus Knights to fly over here. I love that Pegasus Knights actually seem pretty good. So we're going to fight here. Knights of the Realm do get a nice flanking charge. Screamers are coming, but we should be able to head them off. And now Alberic is actually doing something, which is good. That was a very strange situation. 2,200 on those guys, for real? God damn, dude, that's pricey. Yeah, Footsquire is holding like absolute chads. Yeah, you love to see it. A lot of them are routing here. Archers do get nailed by a Zinchian army ability. Chad Barrick is fighting well. Let's get a regrowth on him. And outstanding. So we got these guys pretty much toasted. Let's get our cavalry to come down, and maybe they'll be able to make contact. And now we should be able to kill the character. We should be able to get in and do it. Oh, man, Alberic is I mean, Eocold is still a great fighter, so we got to put some respect on his name here. Yeah, get out of that situation. Is Alberic, like, stuck on something? Oh, there's Footsquire still there. Okay, he's going to get away here. You guys come in and fight there. High ground objectives looking secured. Let's get you guys going here. And now these huge Giga Chad Bird Knights are going to fly past them and then come in for a surround is going to be the game plan. So let's do that. Let's go get on your boy Eocold. Side point being held by those halberds just fine. Let's go ahead and reinforce that if we can. So we're going to run you over there, grab this, and jump on Eocold. And now we just swarm in. This is a big pit fight back here, but we do have a really nice anti-large presence. So I think we're okay. Archer's hanging in there, and Eocold is almost dead. He's at 1300 HP. These things hit super hard, 135 a pop, and yeah, I think we're going to kill Eocold, which is not easy to do. So you guys just hang out on this objective. In the back, we have crumbled those Furies. I think it's time to retreat these guys. I mean, they will continue trading okay, I suppose. Yeah, maybe we fly Alberic back there to help out, and just let these guys smash up on Village. Although, you know what, screw it. Let's just ignore Village. Just ignore them and just kill these Angors here. I need to be able to unsummon some of these guys. Yeah, let's get you guys to the middle. We're anchoring up there. We're in a pretty commanding position. We're up 4,000 value right now. So I think we're cackling pretty good. We have our caster cleaning out the last of the Zangors. Let's do some unsummoning here. And Collins are going to be, just get Knights. That's all we really have in the Collin pool. So that's what it's going to have to be. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Royal Pegasus Knight's been one of my big MVPs today. In pretty much all the matches that we've had success, they seem pretty good. All right. So looking solid, and yeah, let's move you guys here. Backside has been cleaned up. Soul Grinder of Tzeentch is looking a little bit worse for wear. Let's unsummon some of these tattered knights, and now we just circle beat Village, basically. We can unsummon these peasant archers, get this caster here, get Footsquires there. And finally, we're making contact with that Soul Grinder. Air Force attack coming. We definitely want to avoid that if we can. Let's pull these guys to the middle. Yeah, we don't want to throw that away, so we're going to escape with those units. You can see Village's shields are starting to diminish. It's going to take a minute. We don't want Knights of the Realm there. That's a complete waste. And now we can fight these guys up in the sky. I feel pretty confident doing so. Alberic needs another regrowth, though. He needs some sauce. All right, let's get on to you guys. That damn Soul Grinder has been very tough to kill this game. Let's attack those Furies. Get you guys going after Village. Air Force has been cleaned up. High ground secured. Pretty much no way my opponent can come back. So that's going to be GG. All right, well, not bad. We went 50-50 with a faction I don't really play very much. That was cool. Winnable games, except, yeah, the Bretonnia and Khorne, they were all winnable, I think. They were all winnable games, which is a good sign. Yeah, I was kind of expecting foot characters. They're pretty good against Bretonnia. The halberds, you know, they actually, I'm not a big enjoyer of going halberds in this matchup because what happens is they get killed by Footsquires. The Bretonnian players will always do that. I think you need to mix in some Centaurs of Tzeentch. The Soul Grinder did okay, but yeah, Centaurs of Tzeentch are your big MVP, and more Screamers even. Oh, I guess he had all of them. Okay, he just didn't. They kind of got picked apart there. GG, well played, man. Fun game. We got to learn some Bretonnia tonight. And, you know, hey, at least we had a null effect on their win rate. We didn't bring them up or down. It's just kind of staying firm. Cool stuff. I really liked, my favorite tech I think we played with tonight was the Response tech. I felt like that was really fun. Like having Bretonnia be like a really good staying power grinding faction on objectives, that felt super cool. Bretonnia versus Tzeentch. And let's do that. Message my opponent. Yeah, good game for my opponent. Now, if I were to give advice, I have played Tzeentch a bit. I have some experience with them. In that matchup, Village is actually not terrible. You can bring him, but I think there's better choices. I think the chickens are really good because they're like maneuverable and bring a lot to the table. But probably just going with Kairos to control the cavalry fights. So you bring Blue Fire and maybe Harmonic. You can bring that. No, Staff of Tomorrow is cool because you can like do double Blue Fires. Oracle of Eternity. Yeah, you probably pop that. That does give you a lot. Like his abilities are all pretty damn good. Fires of Change you could probably cut. Life Leeching you do want to keep too. So for the front line, you probably just go with baseline Marauders initially. And then I would even, maybe, do we want to mix in some of those demons? I think having some mobile poke is always really good to like play the objectives. From here, you probably do this. 4 Marauders, Chromatic Abominations, and basic blues for a little bit of supporting firepower. And if you want to control this guy against Bretonnia, you can. But I think the optimal way to play is like round-based. So I'd probably max out Centaurs of Tzeentch. They're really freaking good here. I would bring Shrieking Skyrays, Screamers, 2 Furies at least. Maybe 3 Centaurs of Tzeentch is probably going to be adequate. And from here, you definitely want to get Severed Claw if you can find a way to afford it. So like something like this for your starting army. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good force to me. I would maybe fine-tune a little bit. Maybe you could throw in like, I can't quite afford a Zangor. That's too bad. Marauder Spear just to like support flanks. And then Zangors are probably your go-to. They trade really well into Bretonnian infantry. Even against Foot Squires, they don't do badly. Yeah, something along these lines. The Mutalith Beast used to be good, but it's no longer anti-large. So you kind of opt away from that now. And yeah, something in this vein is probably what you would want to bring. Yeah, Rapunzel is good. Rot Knights are definitely a mediocre unit. I haven't given them a fair shake since a couple, meta changes, so I don't want to draw too big of conclusions, but yeah, they aren't the best. Okay, so the round is going. We have a little bit of time, so what we're going to do is if anybody wants to play me in a land battle, we will do a quick one because they're very quick. Very, very quick arcade battle. And we're going to do a conquest game. So anybody who wants to play just to kill some time, let's do it, man. Let's have a fight. Schwarzhofen. Yeah, it's a classic. Let's do Southern Chaos Waste though. What do we want to play here? You know what? Let's play. Do we want to play the Big Stinky? Chaos Dwarves are my go-to. Oh, we got Arrow. Oh shit, dude. We have a Dark Wizard here. Okay, so I will go with. Okay, I'm not gonna pick Nurgle against him. Let's do, shit, who do we want to play? Vampire Counts, Warriors of Chaos. We should do something that is different. So let's go with a, Greenskins are really fun. Let's play Greenskins. Let's do a Greenskin game. All right, so we're going to go with the Wog. We're going to do something real fun too. We're going to do something real fun like. All right, so let's get you. Flying around here, causing problems, and we'll do this and this. Probably not necessary, and that's activated, so we cut that. We cut that as well, though that is a pretty good little buff, isn't it? No, it's just poison, so could probably cut that. All right, so from here, Du Bois is back in town. Yes, they are. We're going to get a big old Zerg of stuff. We're going to do Greenskins versus Slaanesh. Yeah, it's a great matchup. I think it'll be very fun. These guys are kind of slow, though. We might have to put some respect on their names. All right. We're fighting Arrow in his natural habitat of the dreaded land battle. Units, maybe some big uns could be decent. I don't know. I think they're cool, so we're going to bring some. Can't speak to their actual efficacy. Slaanesh, how do they do against giants? I can't help but think they don't do super good against giant units. Giants could be actually problematic to deal with for Slaanesh without Marauder Horsemen, so we will see. I don't know about Giants, actually. I think maybe we cut those. Yeah, let's cut the Giants. Let's cut them. And then from here, Chariots got buffed as well, but they're very risky against the potential shenanigans that he might be bringing. The Boar Boy Biggins, they don't do magic damage, so they will struggle against Demon Cavalry, probably. And, yeah, let's see what the hell happens, man. Let's see what the heck happens here. Cut you, and then we just get this and this. And we're ready to go. All right, good luck, have fun. See what happens. Slap some chevrons on them boys. See how that goes. Not super lore friendly, but interesting. Which part? Oh, the playing Greenskins? Are you talking about something else? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what witchcraft you speak of. Oh, we do have Feral Wyverns now, too. That's kind of cool. How come the Rogue Idol doesn't do magic damage also? I feel like this giant monster beast thing should do magic damage, you know? But alas, it does not. Grom the Punch, of course, doesn't do magic damage. A lot of scary demons we got to watch out for. And the Gits. We need some Gobos. Gobos rule, man. I'm ready. Let the games begin. Let the Nurglings feast. Giants against Fiends, yeah, probably not a good fight, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I got some fun stuff. Greenskins versus Slanesh is not lore friendly? I mean, anyone versus Slanesh is lore friendly. I'm just messaging Arrow back. He says, give me Nurgle. Yeah. Next time, Arrow. Next time we'll do it. We'll do the we'll do Nurgle versus Slanesh. It will happen. So checking on the round real quick. And we're almost done. Couple games still to finish. Undefeated players are Rhino Hunts. But he's still playing. They're all still playing their games. I'd love to see Romulan Dog qualify too. That'd be really fun. He's an OG. You know, Romulan's been around forever. It's fun to see him still champing it. Yeah, Giants will trade well into the Greater Demons, I think. And surprise, I did bring the Giants. I couldn't resist. The two big chunks had to come. All right, mate. It's time to get crumpin'. Let's do it. So we got you. We got you. So we got the big Giants. Ready to go. A little bit of biggins in the secondary. Savage Orc Arrow Boys are awesome because they are very fighty. So even if they have to fight Slanesh monsters, they're not going to do badly. Oh my god, is he going to bring mass chariots? That would be so bad for me. Oh no, I forgot Arrow loves chariots. If he brings those, I could be in some trouble. Believe it or not. 2 and 3. Couple lads in the back. So we'll just have some lads here and some lads on the other side. All right. It's go time, baby. We're going to go ninja the objective. Domination style. It's time to roll up and grab the goods. But yeah, I got some light skirmish cav. I think that's going to be fine. I would imagine Arrow is probably done to playing, so... Here we go. Here we go. Does he have a demon army? No, he's got some mortals. I thought he was going to go pure demons, but it doesn't look to be the case. So we see Seekers. That's a Buna target. We see Skirmishers and Heart Seekers. Wait, are those Heart Seekers? Holy shit, okay, that's what we're casting Buna on. And we're going to try and nail those bad boys. So a little bit of poke here. I like how like neither of us just care about the objectives. Yeah, like maybe I'll send something to grab it, like a goblin. He could just go over here and you know, grab that objective. But aside from that, yeah, not worrying about it too much. All right, little goblin poke, not bad into those guys. And we're just about in range. So we're going to keep creeping up ever so slightly while we skirmish with our light units. Those are exalted freaking demonettes. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so that's going to be thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening for sure. So we're poking. And yeah, maybe we get a little bit of damage into them. We'll find out. All right, start shooting with arrows. And let's get the squigs in there. The squigs need to feast, and we'll pull you in, get the boys in there. Pull you across, get a giant going there as well. And that is going to hurt really, really bad. He's about to nail me with some goodness. So let's get you and you. Do a little bit of this. And archers can start shooting into the Seekers. You guys set up shop. And yeah, we are about ready to party. Okay, so we got our big blob fight here, but we do have a really good Pit of Shades from Arrow. Very, very clean stuff. Let's go grab the objective just so we have a little bit of initiative here. Let's pull back, pull back. And arrows and arrows. Let's get you guys retreating. Starting to shoot here against the Exalted Demonettes. And you guys cross flank over here. Do a little screening, a little screening. All right, so we don't have a Buna yet for the Heartseekers, unfortunately. We're going to shoot at the Fiends here and get these Orc boys into the Princes of Perfection. And we got our big old brawls going now. So it looks like some of the sneaky gets have moved in. These are Seekers and Seekers over here. So let's get you and you. And we got to look for some Buna targets. That is an anti-large unit, so we got to be really, really careful with how that one plays out. We're going to fly in there. Keep working on these guys. And now we have a Buna. So we need to figure out where those damn Heartseekers are, by the way. There they are. Okay, so we need to get up in the sky. Let's pull you guys across. Heartseekers are going to be getting a nice rear charge on us. So let's consolidate our forces and get a fat Buna on their face, which should be very cost-effective. Shoot here, and we can shoot a little bit here as well. So the Buna of Doom is upon us. So we do get the Buna off. That's going to do big damage against those guys. Let's get you guys into the spears. And do we want to charge here? It's a little bit risky. The Giants are trading incredibly well. Side point's looking good for us. And where do we go? Does the Terror, they're all ITP, right? Nobody cares here. But the Giants are definitely a little bit of a menacing unit. God, I got an itchy nose right now. It's the worst time for that. That's what I love about Savage Orc Arrow Boys too, though. Their fighting prowess is awesome. They just do not give a shit. All right, let's get the Giant across. Azag needs to get away. We got to make sure we maximize. No Wah quite yet, so let's get you guys piling in. And yeah, we just kind of keep poking away. Getting these archers here, get you up in the sky. We did manage to get the objective, which is cool. Let's get you guys beating down this big character here. Azag can do a little bit of charging as well. Most of our army is very raggedy. You know, we have a lot really concentrated in the giant, which is okay. You know, that's good for us. We are up pretty considerably in value. Let's shoot into the back of these units here. Azag needs to run away because we don't want to battle that thing. Let's pull in, consolidate our units. Arrow boys shooting into the Marauder Horsemen here. And we have some squigs who've also rallied, so let's get those guys back up. Pull these goblins over to help. And do we save up for another Buna is the question. Oh, if we get caught here, that could be bad, actually. That could be very bad. Because that Keeper thing is a much better fighter than we are. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Wa yet. We've been fighting pretty hard here. So let's do this. Pull some skirmishers over. If Azag gets trapped up, we're just dead, probably. We probably got to just charge in and try and save him. Yeah, that's like really, really bad for us. Because greenskins do not like losing their lord at all. All right, let's get squigs coming across. All right, perfect timing for the Wa, by the way. So we're going to do this. Drop a Spirit Leech on the Seekers. Just try and wear them down and pull away. You guys do your thing. And a really, really nice Pit of Shades. Now, the question is he going to be able to kill the giants? As long as I don't blunder Azag, I'm feeling like I might be able to pull this back. Even though he just got a big value come back on us. Yeah, we blundered Azag. He got us. I think he's got the game. Very well played. Archers, archers. Like, yeah, if we just keep him, I think we're fine. But the fact that he's surrounded and dying is like, ugh, that's just so bad. Because the two giants are pretty Chad here. They're fighting very, very well. You can see they're doing a lot of demolish. All right, let's shoot into the blob here. So let's do this. Keep shooting into the horsemen. Big man is trapped up. We don't have anything really like substantial to save him with. Let's get you back in there. Giants are getting good value, I think. Yeah, 900 value on that one isn't bad. Oh, Azag, why'd you got to do it to me, homie? He couldn't path his way out of there. Slaanesh was able to get his clutches on him. And the healing on that Exalted Keeper, too. There was some fat healing for sure. Okay, how are we looking here? Keep fighting there. And on the backside, we have the objective, but probably for not much longer. Yeah, the Giants were interesting. Maybe they ceded too much ground. Like, if you're going to go double Giant, maybe you need like a blob build. But I think it just came down to Azag dying. He killed my caster, got 3,000 value. That's so juicy. GG, great game, dude. He played super well. That was incredibly clean. Incredibly clean. GG, let me message Arrow. GG, dude. Great game. And let's see how Azag did. So, yeah, only 800 value on my expensive Wyvern character. That hurts. Giants were cool, though. 1,100 here, 1,000, I guess not bad. Savage Orc Arrow Boys took a bit of a beating. Very elite army, though. Very elite. He had a lot of elite units. Really love to see it. Good Pit of Shades. His character carried that game. That was really nice. The rampage on that big monster. Ooh-wee. That was great. Okay, so I'm getting messaged by somebody. Let me see what we got for the admin situation. Conquest. Okay. Refreshing. Evil Slaanesh. Evil. Are we ready for top 4? We are. Great. So top 4 is here. And it looks like we have it. All right, so we're all set. I think we're about ready to party. So Alexander, J-Barb, Subutai, and Hyun. Rhino Hunt very, very close. Let me make sure all the buy rounds are taken care of. And we have our top 4. Okay. So that's great. That's good. It's pretty clear. And let's advance to the top 4. All right, man. It's go time. Let's get it. We're going to be casting some sweaty games here. Let's have some fun. All right. Oh, dude, don't worry about going 1 and 3. That's fine. I mean, dude, the other day, I've seen players who have been in top 5 on the leaderboard go 1 and 3 in these tournaments. It can happen to anybody. Don't stress it, dude. You know, sometimes I'll go 3 and 1, sometimes 2 and 2, sometimes 4 and 0, sometimes 1 and 3. It happens. It happens to everybody, man. Don't worry about it. Even the best players go 1 and 3. All right. So top 4 time. So top 4 is going to be Subutai versus Hyo-chan. And then it's going to be J-Barbs versus... So we got Dwarves versus... Let's see. I'm trying to decide what games I want to cast. GG Arrow, thanks for playing, man. Thanks for helping us pass the time. That was a fun little battle. I'm really looking forward to the faction war we do, actually. Super excited. Probably, you know what? Maybe not this Saturday, but maybe on the 20th we could do something. That could be cool. Maybe I could throw something together for this weekend, too. Maybe Saturday morning we'll do one. It is the day after my birthday, so probably... Well, I'll probably be out of town for that, actually. So probably the 20th is what we'll aim for the faction war. Okay, so... Let me tell the goblins. Thank you for playing. Top 4 time. All right. So we got Dwarves versus, what is J-Barbs playing? J-Barbs was in the recent Chaos Clash or Community Clash. He was top 4. He did very, very well for himself there. So J-Barbs is playing what? We have High Elves versus Kislev on one side, and we'll do the High Elves versus Kislev game. I think that'll be fun. Let me message Shubatile, though he does lag sometimes. Lobby code, please. We'll do Dwarves versus whatever J-Barb's playing. We'll do a Dowie game. Yeah, well, let's time for the Suffering. And hopefully he has a spec slot as well. No, oh, you gotta put a spec slot in. Okay, it looks like he just accidentally joined us into his game. The Abyss. Try again. Okay, so it looks like he made it. Looks like we made it. Probably not Bread Fight. Is it Dom? It's one of these games. Let's see what this looks like. J-Barbs is Kislev? Okay, so we got 2 Kislev, High Elves, and Dwarves. Alright, it's time for some Dowie. It's time for some grudges to be satisfied. And we're just waiting for his opponent. Let's see what he's got. Uh-huh. And here we go, man. Let's party. So now we have a little bit of downtime. We can chat. We can catch up. Drop points. I'm not sure I will have made it. Hey, no worries, Romulan. It's all good, man. You played really well. You played extremely well, bud. It's a good run. It is tough when your opponents drop. It does. It does hurt. It does hurt indeed. Okay, so his opponent isn't here yet. Dwarves are doing very good this season. They're the number 4. We could show you guys the stats real quick, actually, while we're chilling out. We have Dwarves sitting at number 4, yeah. Wood Elves, Kislev, and Beastmen and Dwarves are the top tier factions. That makes a lot of sense. They're all very strong. Cool to see Vampire Coast hovering around 50%. The buffs they got were nice. Empire, very healthy. Like, everything in this range is good. Even Dark Elves, I think, are fine. It's just like when you get down to the dregs here, it becomes tough. I think Nurgle is better than this. Vampire counts, Bretonnia, I don't know. I have to play them more to draw some good conclusions. Am I going to play in the faction war? Probably not. I like to highlight other players in the faction war. I think it's more fun. Yeah. Yeah, no Kislev mirror match. Yeah, that's what they're playing over there. So who is Alexander's opponent? It is going to be J-Barbs. All right. Messaging J-Barbs, and there they are. All right, so we got Heisenberg versus Alexander here. And it's time to party. No, greenskins are fine, I think. I think greenskins are fine. I think they're pretty good. Dark Elves are really fun to play, dude. Using Malekith is just always so rad. Is there a team domination mode? There is, but it's not. Team games in this game aren't super good because of the lag. Since it's peer-to-peer, you don't have servers. So if you get 4 people in, if you vet people's internet, it can be very fun. If you have like 4 buddies who you know you're not going to lag with, it could be a good time, but otherwise it's a tricky pickle. Old World tourney on the 27th turn, running my Glorious Empire. Yes. For the Empire, man, just get those Demogryph Knights, get that steam tank in there, some cannons, maybe a Hellblaster volley gun to season your army. That's the way to do it. I'm sure you already got your own schemes, though. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Kislev is creeping back up in the win rate. Their nerfs were good. It made them a little bit less oppressive. Dwarves are actually not bad against Kislev. They're one faction that can go fisticuffs with Kislev well, in my anecdotal experience. Just chatting here. So I'm going to start, I think, setting up for a faction war on Saturday the 20th. And we'll have it early in the morning so folks from Europe can catch that as well. I think that would be cool. You got all of them? Yeah, buddy, Josh. You're going to get it. You're going to get it, I believe. Okay. Cool. So Alexander is ready with his dwarves. That dwarven flag looks like a Nurgle flag almost. It's like white with like green. I don't know what that is. Kislev against dwarves. What do? You probably just spam Great Weapon Kossars, backed up by maybe. I actually played this against Outer Region the other day and had a really close game. I'm going to be uploading it in the next day or two. It's like a super tight match. Yeah, Kossars, I think Streltsy are pretty good here. Yeah, because you have to deal with the gyrocopter cheese. Gyros are really cheesy. Little Grom also, but you keep it really far back so their cannons can't reach you. And you just shoot the gyrocopters. Yeah. I'm curious to see how the meta shakes out. So we'll have a faction war coming up, and then we have the season finals of Total Tavern Season 6. So the top 16 players from last season are going to duke it out, which will be really fun. And that's pretty much it for big events coming up. Yeah, Josh, that sounds pretty similar to my list. This is the list I... Hold on, I'll show you guys real quick. So this is the list I won the tournament with Empire. It was a level 4 wizard with dark magic. The only reason we brought dark magic was to cast this spell. So we brought it and we were casting the Battle Lust on my Demogryph Knights, which gives them Frenzy and Hatred. It's brutal. They really rip things up. So 2 Engineers and a Grand Master on horse. We had Empire Knights, 2 State Trooper handguns, 15 State Troopers, just a core tax. 2 units of 3 demis, 2 Great Cannons, a Steam Tank, and a Hellblaster Volley Gun. This was the build I was able to win a tourney with. Yeah, it was pretty good. This is my chorf list I'm working on here. So much fun. I love playing tabletop. It's my favorite. I wish there was people near me who played. I have to drive like a legit hour to play. If not more. How do blasting charges do into Kossars? They don't do badly. Yeah, they get her done. They're always pretty good. What I found awesome is I have a captain on foot with a dragon bow running around. Yeah, he can do well. You could probably replace the Grand Master in my list, Josh, for more units. Yeah. The Grand Master was the one thing, like, I didn't give him any special gear, so... But I was running him with the Empire Knights with a lance, and he was making them immune to psychology and also getting 4 lance attacks at high weapon skill, so that was pretty good. Yeah. Romulan, you need to see the light, dude, and come join us in the glory of the old world. Yes. The real Warhammer game. So dwarves are ready. Kislev is big time scheming their build. Just huge, colossal scheming. Yeah, they're big thinking. You got a level 4 wizard, and I got a general and a griffin. Yeah, that works. That's pretty good too. The only thing the only way to run, in my opinion, the level 4 wizard on the griffin is to run him with illusion magic, and then you use the spectral doppelganger combo to like just bonk people in the head with like a good magic weapon. But yeah, we'll see. So we have basic dwarf infantry with some elite. We have longbeards and great weapon dragon slayers, as well as a freaking goblin hewer, which is the most wild shit ever. For J-Barbs, he's going to be rocking Pensa Great Weapons. I like Akshinas. They're actually very sneaky in this matchup because they can, pop down Slayers very effectively. And they're stock. Little Grom to keep the dwarves honest at range. And it's probably going to be Tsarina on a sled. Dwarves historically have hated Chariot. So why not bring a really powerful Chariot character? Granted, she is very vulnerable to cannon fire. So if the dwarves do decide to bring a cannon of their own out of a call-in, it could be really bad for Tsarina. It's a big open map. Big open map indeed. All right, team. Let's get it. Good luck, have fun to these players. Thank you guys all for joining tonight. And it is time to party. So the Duel of Fates is upon us. Alexander versus J-Barbs. Dwarves versus Kislev, and then Hyles versus Kislev on the other side. I'm curious how that one will go. But we got a lot of Dwarf Warriors under the sunset here with some elite ones, like I said. Character core is going to be Grombrindle the White Dwarf. Really tough for Kislev to kill, actually, this character core here. And a Dragon Slayer on foot. So these guys are both good against sleds. If they can catch a Kislev sled, they can certainly put a beating on it. And if you're going to be going for a Dwarven Hero Squad, you never leave home without Felix. Felix is amazing. He's going to be passively healing all nearby characters with the Blood Oath. And it's a really good heal, too. It's a 0.20. That is like the erect, very, very solid heal. Is Bretonnia any good in the old world? Yeah, they're very good. They've won a ton of tournaments. Now, this is the one wild pick. I'm really curious to see how the Goblin Hewer does. Goblin Hewers do a shit ton of damage if they can get close, but their range is only 80, so incredibly curious to see how the Goblin Hewer is going to be doing in this matchup. Now, on the other side, it is going to be Kislev. Kislev rocking Armored Kossars with great weapons, no surprises, with Katarine on her sled. A good armor-piercing sled, extremely tough and maneuverable. We'll see if the dwarves call out a cannon. If they don't, the Sync's going to rampage and probably win the game. And we do have Little Grom here too. So Little Grom got nerfed range-wise, which is a great choice. That means dwarven cannons can outrange it, so I do like that change quite a bit. It's still very good, very cost-effective. It's a single entity, which makes it kind of tough to lock down. Even if you catch it, it's not like the crew is going to start dying, right? It can run away, it can relocate. It can do it to it. But here we are. It is Little Grom in time, and on the far side bushes, we do see some action ambushers. So they're going to be ambushing out of the tree line here, and they're looking extra, extra cool as they do that. And it is time. Let us know, who do you guys think is going to win in chat? You think it's going to be another one in the book, or is it going to be the old Dowie feasting on Bugmans and, you know, all sorts of good stuff? What do dwarves eat? What is their what is their go-to food? I know Bugman's ale is obviously the big hype ale for them, but don't really know what they enjoy food-wise. All right, so Alexander's going to be advancing up with his dwarf warriors, as well as the Dragon Slayer and Grombrindle. And here we do have Tsarina Katarine getting ready to go. So here comes the Tsarina on her dread sled. It'd be kind of cool if her sled was pulled by snow leopards. Granted, the snow horses are rad too. There's no complaining there, but they don't look terribly ferocious. Yeah, this thing hits like a truck though. If it gets a good charge down the side of some elite dwarf infantry, could do some work. And yeah, we immediately see a cannon being called in. All right. Now, how did Katarine take damage? Did she get hit by a cannon? Did the cannon even fire? No. How did she take HP damage? Yeah, Katarine took like 20 damage or something. That's really weird. How the hell did she take damage? Oh, it's a strange one. All right, that conspiracy theory is we're gonna have to figure that one out. All right, guys. So we see the Goblin Hewer pulling back, and it is being defended by Giant Slayers. The Goblin Hewer is definitely something you need to advance up with, because it has very short range, so it looks like the Goblin Hewer and its Slayer crew is going to be advancing up the push. The Dwarves are going to be getting onto the point here, and the cannon continuing to shoot at the old Goblin Hewer. And on the side, Tsarina Katarine, where is she? She is back here, hiding from the cannon. And yeah, it's a really risky one. That cannon is super good against Katarine. Looks like the Dwarven Cannon is going to be starting to trade with Little Grom, and Little Grom is also shooting into the Goblin Hewer here. In the meantime, Action ambushers on the sides shooting in, and a lot of hybrid shooting will be coming out from Kislev. The Dwarves don't care too much about that, and young Felix is going to be getting in with his great sword Karagul, and Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, as well. Frost Maiden's Kiss going down, but not a terribly damaging spell against the Dwarf Warriors, but still does a little something something. Grombrindle trying to go after Katarine, but Katarine is getting nailed by that sled pretty good. And the Dwarf Warriors are going to be scooting up and getting ready to battle against Armored Kossars. A bit of a misplay here by Heisenberg. He should have charged with his Kossars. I mean, the charge bonus isn't big, but they still have a charge bonus of 18. So he should have been charging with that. In the meantime, Katarine gets hit with a flash bomb from Grombrindle. That's very dangerous. And Grombrindle's coming into the karate chop, and also the Dragon Slayer's nearby as well. So Tsarina Katarine is getting wrecked pretty damn hard, and that's to be expected. I don't know why you would bring a chariot lord against dwarves. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I sure hope I am. But Goblin Hewer has arrived, and it's going to start hewing. So let's just pay attention to this. I don't think there's as many other exciting things. And the axes are being thrown. And what kind of damage are we going to see? Okay, that's actually some decent damage on the Armored Kossars. Not amazing, but we're going to keep tabs on this bad boy. And now the heavy hitters of Kislev are out. The dwarves go flying at the charge of the Griffin Legion. And now the Griffin Legion's going to saturate in, maybe get the Goblin Hewer. Nope, looks like it's going to stay back. And here comes another Frostmaiden's Kiss from the Tsarina Katarine as both players trade very evenly. On the side, we do see Kislev holding this point, but the Action ambushers, another huge mistake by Heisenberg. There was absolutely zero reason to send the Action ambushers in combat versus Longbeards. No reason whatsoever. They should have retreated backwards and just set up shop and started shooting, right? That was a colossal mistake right there. And that just gives the dwarves so much free equity and value on the battlefield. And honestly, as such, the dwarves are probably going to start to pull ahead. You cannot afford to give dwarves those kind of little value advantages. So here we get another charge. It is going to be the Griffin Legion sandwiching into the back of the Longbeards. Probably too little too late. Actually, ambushers are quite smashed up. Definitely would like to see these Armored Kossars fighting Longbeards. That would be a much more cost-effective engagement. Tsarina, in the meantime, still cackling. J-Barbs does get a really good Frostmaiden's Kiss down on those Giant Slayers, and now she's going to be rolling with her sled over here. The cannon appears to be shooting at the Griffin Legion instead of Tsarina, which is an interesting choice. I mean, both are viable options. I for sure would probably just sit on Tsarina the entire game and force her out of the fight, but I guess there's not too many other great choices for killing the Griffin Legion. This is a good engagement here for Heisenberg. Getting those pistol shots on the Giant Slayers is very cost-effective, but the Dwarves do have the Rockhold, Stranglehold on several objectives here, so we do see them on Objective 3 hanging out, Objective 2 hanging out as well, and Objective 1 looks like it soon is going to be Dowie favored. The Dwarves are not messing around, and these Longbeards, very resilient, and with Giant Slayers nearby, they're going to be crushing these Kislevites. These Giant Slayers hit like absolute trucks, and they will get her done. All right, so big chops right there. Over on Objective 2, we do see the dwarves cackling away, Dragon Slayer, Felix, and Grombrindle causing a lot of havoc. And J-Barbs kind of looks like he's running out of steam a little bit. You can see he's massively pushed off all the objectives. All it's really taken to counter the build has been one cannon. This one cannon back here, I bet you it's over 1,000 value already. Let's go ahead and check. Currently about 943, which is very good. Grimdelvers coming out, a great choice here by Alexander. The Grimdelvers hit incredibly hard, really good against Kislev Cavalry, and good enough fighting stats to hold off like low-tier stuff. But Kislev desperately trying to hold on to this point, sending capture speed, so they just are sending... Oh man, that's so not good. He just sent a full health unit of Kosovo Dervishes into Giant Slayers, and yeah, the Giant Slayers will take some casualties, but the amount of value they're going to get by just farming this unit, that's just brutal. And you can see the Kosovo Dervishes really regretting their decision here as they take huge casualties. Yeah, Kislev just kind of desperate, trying to hold on to points where they can. Tsarina Katerine's sled, though, is getting a little bit of momentum back here. The cannon, I don't know why he's not switching the cannon onto Tsarina. I guess he's going for Little Grom, which isn't a bad idea also, to get rid of the artillery thing. And no gyrocopters either. Alexander does not seem to be a gyrocopter enjoyer. Grimdelvers, are they going to get the shots? Oh, they were on a hill, so they couldn't get line of sight. It's unfortunate. They were on the backside of a hill, so they are going to get charged and not take too much damage. They still have 80 armor. They're hanging in there just fine, and a couple Slayers were able to peel for them. But yeah, Slayers need to stay on their guard duty of that cannon. Little Grom is pulled back in the bushes, and Colin is going to be the watchman in the night, so the ROR Armored Kossars. Over here, we are going to see a blizzard going down, but it's going to be pretty inconsequential. Is that a blizzard? What is that? Oh, no, that's Frostfang. That's Katerine's item. Yeah, I mean, it hit a couple Dwarven minor units, but nothing terribly devastating. Okay, so now Dwarves being pushed back a little bit. We do see a lot of their infantry being, wrecked here, but Katerine is very, very low and very exposed. That cannon is probably going to be sitting on the Griffin Legion. Why not kill Katerine? I can't help but think cannonballing her, unless she has like a bug hitbox or something. Maybe there's something like weird, or he thinks that, and that's why it's not happening. But Dwarf Warriors with Great Weapons battling it out versus Griffin Legion, and they'll trade up pretty well for their price point in sustained combat. If the Griffin Legion doesn't run away and refresh their charge, it's going to be pretty good for the Dwarf Warriors. Also, we see cannons helping from downtown, so we do see the Dwarven Cannon shooting into the Griffin Legion right here, which is a good choice. Now back here, Chad, Grombrindle, Felix, and the Dragon Slayer doing huge work. Tsarina Katerine just using her bow to shoot. She does have two archers with her that are, putting some decent firepower down. And another thing that's a little bit weird from Kislev is, why are we not seeing things in the woods? They're really good against dwarves. Really, really good here. So Katerine going to be circling about on her sled. In the meantime, the Akshina Ambusher shooting into the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. And once again, the dreaded melee Akshina. Definitely do not want to get those guys caught by Slayers. I mean, they'll fight okay, but overall, it's not a good engagement at all. So big macro look at the field, 6.8 for the Dwarves, 5.8 for Kislev. Kislev does not have any healing on the field. We have not seen a Patriarch. A lot of the value is tied up in Katerine, though, and she's still pretty functional. And this is actually a big win for Kislev as well. The Watchmen in the night battling it out with the Power Mohawks is going to be good for them. They have anti-infantry. They do lack AP, but they're fighting Slayers, so who cares? Katerine, value accrued so far, 1,400, shows she's getting close to paying for herself. She costs about 2,300 with the current kit, around that. I'm just kind of ballparking it. Cannon shooting into Katerine now and getting a lot of damage in. She immediately takes 300 damage right there. On the far side, Dwarves holding on to the point, so the Dowie are cackling here. On the middle, Dwarves are laughing as well. And you kind of see this pattern in the game, like where the Dwarves are really controlling this side. Objective 1 and Objective 2. Couple of Kislevite Warriors with Great Weapons coming in, though, might be able to kind of swing the momentum there, but man, there are a few more stressful feelings in Dom mode of being behind from the Dwarves on points and just knowing that they're just swarming those points with capture weight. It's very, very tough. Some more great weapons on the way up, and that Dwarven Hero Core is freaking MVP, man. Felix and the Demon Slayer and Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, that's so much killing power against his Kislev infantry, and honestly, Kislev doesn't really have anything to fight it. You could bring, what would be your best bet? Honestly, I can't think of much. Uh-oh, Katerine getting mowed down by the Grimdelvers, though. 2,000 HP. Oh, maybe they're shooting something else. Yeah, the Grimdelvers definitely want to get on Katerine. So Katerine on her sled running over the Grimdelvers. And on the far side, it looks like Kislev is going to flip this point. They do have their Kossars hanging in there. Little Grom in the back is still functional and shooting into the blob. Akshina Ambushers caught up in melee, which is tough. And here we see Akshina Ambushers in melee versus Slayers, which they'll probably win that fight. They should probably just stay and fight here because they're just anti-large Slayers, so they might as well. But yeah, I think the Dwarves got this game. His value lead is becoming pretty substantial. He's going to start tar pitting the battlefield, which is haggard units. And Katerine was a very risky choice against Dwarves. Like, Chariots in general are good against Dwarves. I think more budget Chariots. But having the big epicenter of your army, your Lord, your Caster be on a Chariot, I think is very dangerous here. 1,800 value, though, despite that. So good micro from J-Barbs, for sure. He's been playing very, very well. And moving up are the Akshina ambushers. Here we have a couple armored Kossars with great weapons coming to try and reinforce. On the far side, Griffin Legion cleaning up what they can. But yeah, Kislev is just holding on to one objective here. And dwarves are going to be soon eclipsing 1,000 points, which is rapidly going to be putting Kislev into a triple cap situation. Oh my god, the Grim Delver volley! That was the perfect time to look over here. Mowing down the Akshina ambushers, knocking them all over. And now the Hero Corps is going to be catching them. And desperation from Kislev as Tsarina Katerine is going to be routed off the battlefield by that cannon fire. That cannon at 2,200 value, just pure pain. I actually think against dwarves, going for you go with Foot Rasputin, you go with Felix, and you go with the caster, and it can be a pretty good combo against dwarves. You can definitely fight. Yeah, but it's so risky bringing big targets against Dowie. Their shooting firepower is really good. Griffin Legion getting nailed by with a flash bomb, which is a great play from Alexander. And the cannons are just going to be picking them apart. You can see that Griffin Legion just getting punished super, super hard. So looking around, we see Objective Trace owned by the Dwarves. Dwarves are soon going to get this. And the dreaded Goblin Hewer. I actually played against Alexander the other day in the tournament. We had a really fun game. And yeah, he loves his Goblin Hewers, which is pretty hilarious. So let's see what kind of damage they do against these cavalry. Are they going to start shooting right away? Hopefully they do, for their sake, because they're going to get charged pretty hard. We do have Slayers guarding them, and yeah, they're going to get charged before they can set up shop. But these are anti-large Slayers. There's only 36 of them, but they still will do respectable damage. So it's you know, could be worse, is essentially what I'm trying to say. Objective 3 owned by the Dowie. Far side point, is it owned by the Dwarves? Kislev is managing to hold on to this one. Tsarina Katerine hiding in the bushes. It's her new natural habitat, not going to be going anywhere from there. And the Akshina ambushers are definitely putting a little bit of hurt down on these. Yeah, you can see, but I think Dwarves just got this one in the bag. What's going to happen now is you're going to see Alexander just start swarming out with trash tier infantry, just to control the battlefield and really make it hard for Kislev to get any ground back. Little Gromlin summon there as it runs out of ammunition. Dwarven Cannon probably eclipsing 2,500 value. Goblin Hewer trying to get online, but it is being chased by the armored Kossars with great weapons. So the Dwarven Slayer's trying to run away, which is quite hilarious. And Katerine coming out for one last stand. Looks like she's going to move it. She's going to groove it. Deathfrost is also very good in this matchup too. The direct damage spell from Katerine, you could use it to snipe Felix. Because if you can get rid of Felix, that's going to be very strong for you. So, all right, let's follow Katerine as she approaches the cannon, which obviously any good player is immediately going to see that and zoom in on that and target her. She runs away from the cannon, and it looks like she might have gotten out of range. Cannon's trying to line up. Yeah, it looks like Katerine did just barely get out of range of that cannon here. That Hero Core, though, is unstoppable for this build. Kislev did not really bring anything to counterplay it at all. If you had brought Deathfrost on Katerine, you could have probably sniped Felix pretty effectively. Like, run him over a couple times with the chariot and then overcast a Deathfrost. And it would probably kill him and or rout him, but no Deathfrost today. Only Ice Maiden's Kiss, which honestly isn't even that good against Dwarves, this spell. I guess it's okay against Slayers, but I think Blizzard might be better. I don't know. Blizzard's really expensive. And Dwarves often do just have low-tier troopers. Far side point, the Dowie are laughing it up on this one. We do see the armored Kossars being intercepted by some Dwarf Warriors. The Goblin Hewer is going to be on its way back up. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be it for old Heisenberg here. I don't think there's going to be too many tricks he has up his sleeve. And Alexander looking to get the W here tonight with the Dwarves. And he certainly might, as he does bash down the Kiss of Warriors here and is able to get the karate chop on those units there. The Chad Dwarf, the Dwarven Hero Squad has been very meta for a couple patches. You know, every dwarf player I run into in tournaments pretty much does it. It's extremely common because their heroes, you know, it's very tough. In land battle, they can be avoided easier, but in Dom, they can really fight on the objectives and turn the momentum because you kind of have to fight in that position eventually, right? Katerine running in the trees, 641. The cannon was able to break her, and objective number 1 is going to be flipping to the Dowie. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. I would be surprised if we didn't see J Barb step out here. Dwarf Warriors, they're so cost effective against Kislev. They only cost 500 gold, and the Kossars are like, you know, 700-800. And they trade pretty damn well. I mean, they'll probably lose 1-1, but for their gold, they do very good. And even Dwarven Miners, they trade pretty well in the Armored Kossars too. So Felix and Grombrindle are going to be heading towards Objective Trace. Here we do see the Dwarf Warriors hustling up there. And on the backside, the Griffin Legion will be surging in. And, you know, they'll get a nice charge, but it doesn't matter. It's over. So now we're going to be going to the Grand Finals. That is pretty hype. We're going to see who is there. We had a Kislev High Elf game on the other side, so we could watch this matchup once again, which I wouldn't mind. I'd be curious to see what angle Subutai would take. Or we get to see High Elves versus Dwarves, which is actually probably a much better matchup. I think High Elves actually trade pretty well into the Dowie. They have some really nice tricks. The War Lines are amazing. All right. GG, well played. Let's see who won it. Let's see who won it. All right. And GG, well played. Who it's going to be. All right. So I need to find out who won the other side. Won your game. Check in here. And now I will set up a new lobby. Actually, we could probably stay here for now. Yeah, I think we could stay here. I just need to find out who won the other side. Need to figure it out. All right. What's it going to be? Let the good times roll, man. Some really, really good Dowie play. Very clean. Very clean. Very nice build. Dwarves are often more about that. Their builds are what's really important, you know, in macro management. Dwarves are definitely less micro than other factions, but if you build correctly and macro your units in domination mode, that's what it's all about. Yeah, the bolt throwers are really good too. White lions with 40% missile resist. Yeah, white lions are really good against dwarves. Vulnerable against blasting charges to an extent, but yeah, even still, they still traded well. It looks like Subutai and so let's stay here. Invite winner of next pod. Next winner of other side. Okay. So the High Elves actually beat Kislev on the other side. Okay. Wild. Okay. Yeah, we got High Elves versus Dwarves. We have a classic grudge match here in the fourth quarter. All right, I'm hyped, man. It's gonna be good. Hey, get some rest. Get some rest. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we haven't had any. He hasn't. So the player playing dwarves, he told me he hasn't played any gyrocopters tonight. So he hasn't. No gyros for him. Not today. All right. So did he invite him yet? Not quite. But all in due time. War of the Beard incoming. Yeah. We got the War of the Beard here in the top 4. You know, I always root for the dwarves in the War of the Beard, but you know, I like seeing High Elves be played as well in Total War. It's a lot of fun. Okay. There he is. All right. So I believe this player is in Korea. I don't know what the lag will be like. I have no idea where Alexander's from. But hopefully we don't have any lag here. We didn't have lag with Alexander before, but hopefully there won't be any. Hey, how's it going, Patchy? Welcome. Whatever happened to Felcon? Yeah, he just lost interest in Warhammer, it seems like. Yeah. He played for a long time, understandably so. Yeah, so Kislev is eliminated in the semifinals. 2 Kislev players karate chopped and taken out. I think Alexander, according to the Total Tavern, Alexander is living in the United States, and his opponent is he's Canadian. Oh, for some reason I thought he was in Korean. Okay, he's Canada. All right. So High Elves versus Dowie. Probably these days, maybe I don't know who's favored here. Really, the High Elf player definitely needs to know what they're doing. Dwarves are really a tough nut to crack. Yeah, Felcon never really played Dom in the first place. Yeah, he'll play casual land battle games. I haven't seen him do too much. A Zeppelin? You think there will be a Thunderbarge against High Elves? I don't think so. I mean, Thunderbarge is allowed. You can bring it. There's no restrictions in Domination right now. None whatsoever. Which is really cool. Hopefully it stays that way and we don't have to restrict anything. Down with the Elgi? Maybe so. Maybe so. Grudges are going to be settled. Oh yeah, dude. Night Turin got to be up for... Man, get some rest, Harrison. GG earlier, man. We had a really nice match. That was a good game. It was a good scrappy one. God, I just want to play Chaos Dwarves every tournament. I love playing Chaos Dwarves. They're so fun. They're so freaking cool. You guys remember the scene in the Dune trailer? We had so not in the trailer, but in the Dune movie when what's his name? Peter, whatever his name is, the House Harkonnen Mentat. He goes to the Sardaukar homeworld. And they have that like awesome ritual where they're like, the guy is like doing the throat singing and they're all like standing there, like taking a knee, just like super epic. They have the Chaos Dwarf trailer like ripped that scene off. And it has like Draz Hoeth up on the shrine, like giving a, you know, some sort of a speech or something. And then like all the Chaos Dwarf warriors are standing there with their fire glaives. Dude, that is like the coolest shot ever. Oh, it's so good. No, Dowie don't need to be restricted. They're strong, but you know, they're very beatable. Definitely a top 5 faction in the game, though. It's not easy to beat them, but it's possible. You know, I think most factions have a chance at it. It just takes a bit of effort. Much more than they have to put in. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll ask Falcon to play in the faction war. I'm going to go hit up a bunch of the OG land battle guys and see if they want to. The Mongolian throat singing scene, yeah, so good. The sound effects in the Dune movies were really good. Like the bassiness and the alien nature of the music, and like, I thought it was so good. Genuinely curious about the builds these lads are going to bring. I feel like Alexander just kind of does something similar in most games. He'll bring the character squad. Oh, every game I've seen of his, he pretty much does that, so. Yeah. Trample them. Yeah, maybe so. We'll find out. Thunderbarge against High Elves is probably a no-no, though. They have pretty good shooting. Although, maybe you could surprise, like, catch them off guard. The High Elves go all in on trying to run you over, and you just roll up with the Thunderbarge. You're like, oh, God. It hits hard. It hits very, very hard. Yeah. Malachi, Makaisen. How is he in this matchup? Long-range AP shooting. Can keep a dragon character honest. You know, I could actually see Malachi being picked. I can see that. That might not be bad. Everything when Dune was amazing. Yeah, the Dune movies were amazing. I liked him. I liked him a lot. Some of my favorite. I love science fiction in general. Probably one of my favorite genres. Fantasy is also one of my favorites, but, you know, like, there's not been many great fantasy movies outside of Lord of the Rings, right? Like, what really, like, god-tier fantasy movies have we gotten? Like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is probably my favorite movies of all time. But, like, what other fantasy movies are god tier? There were some good ones in the 80s and 90s. Some, like, fun sword and sandal type movies, but... Yeah, we've gotten good fantasy TV shows, like Game of Thrones was great for most of the seasons. Obviously, the end was really bad. We've gotten, you know, House of the Dragon. People like that one a lot. But, yeah. I don't know. What movies? No. We're not talking TV shows, though. We're talking movies. Oh, I love Conan the Barbarian. That's basically like a D&D movie, the later ones. Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons movie was good, the new one. That was good. I agree with that. Okay, so D&D was good, the new one, Lord of the Rings. Dune is kind of fantasy a little bit. Dune is definitely more science fiction though. But I'm not talking TV shows. We're talking like movies exclusively, right? Yeah, we're not seeing too many, you know? We're not seeing too many. Princess Bride's a classic, but I'm talking like more modern era. Like, what have we gotten in the past 20 years, like fantasy-wise? You guys are all Harry Potter. Okay, yeah, Harry Potter was fine. Princess Bride, Pirates of the Caribbean, I guess, has some fantasy on it. Yeah, okay. We're getting some here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. Let's have some fun. Over here for the forces of the High Elves, it is going to be the White Lines of Crace. So a whole bunch of those, backed up by a couple archers, just to shoot at slayers, I would imagine. And the Hero Corps. Oh, double Lore Master of Hoeth. Oh, I love it. How cool is that? So you get 2 anti-infantry AP characters, backed up by Larry, who does have Tempest in case of gyrocopters, and Earthblood. Okay, and then a dragon as well. So this High Elf Hero kind of SE squad should trade pretty well into the Dwarven equivalent. We'll have to see. It depends on micro, of course. And for the dwarves, we have miners and very similar builds. He's got giant slayers, dwarf warriors. He's got some elite units in this build, though. Yeah, he does have the Iron Breaker. So we got some very elite Dowie in the bushes, Dragon Slayer, Felix, and Grombrindle. So he's very true to his guns. He certainly likes his playstyle and sticks to it. And the Forbidden Goblin Hewer. Once again, we're seeing a Goblin Hewer. All right, this is wild. Neverending Story was fun as a kid. I loved it. Yeah, Legend with Tom Cruise. Yeah, that's a really fun one. I watched that recently. Dude, you know what movie is great? Man, like 90s, like late 90s, mid 90s did like dystopian sci-fi so freaking well. You have like the Matrix trilogy, you know, coming out. The first Matrix movie was just like groundbreaking, right? And then another one that's really good from the 90s is the Event Horizon. It's basically like a Warhammer 40K prequel. That movie's great. With Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill. Just watched that the other day. That was freaking awesome. I've seen it many times, but that was, yeah. The 90s had that dystopian sci-fi down on lock. It was very, very good. Anyways, guys, the battle is soon to be on. We do have the Goblobber coming out, which is a great choice. Really good against High Elf Infantry. So the Goblobber are going to be sitting downtown and lobbing some gobs over here at the White Lines of Crace. And the War of the Beard is on. Larry the Radiant has engaged here. She is on objective 3, and the Lore Masters of Hoth. It's just going to be a big fight on objective 3, which is fine. Archers, what you want to do, let me show you guys the forbidden strategies. Ready? So you get this archer here, you get this archer right here, and then you shoot all of your arrows right into that goblin here. You just spray all over it right there. That's what you're going to want to be targeting here. Event Horizon wanted the 40k IP and GW turned them down. Oh, it would have been so perfect. Would have been so perfect. Dark City. Yeah, I'll check that one out. I haven't watched that since I was like, teenager. Yeah, a long time ago. But the archers are doing just that. They're shooting at the Goblin Hewer, and shooting at Slayers is what you want to be doing. High Elves do have the advantage on the objective now, but you're going to need the Dragon. The 2 Lore Masters of Hoth will not win 3v2. They will lose to Felix as well as Grombrindle and the Dragon Slayer. But they do get in and get a couple of really nice karate chops. Immediately, the Dragon Slayer does lose some HP, but you've got to turn around. You do not want to overextend these Lore Masters of Hoth, because now it's going to be bad now. Because 3 characters versus 2, unless the dragon comes over and helps, it's going to be a really bad time. Although Larry does have a shit ton of healing, but look at the Lore Masters. Oh my god, and the blasting charges from the Iron Breakers, disgusting. White Lines of Crace getting smashed up. Larry's going to need to drop some fat heals over there right now. And the new Fireborn, which now have armor piercing, are wrecking through the Dwarf Warriors. But the Goblin Hewer! The Goblin Hewer is getting her done. Get her done. It's getting big damage right there. That is going to be an absolute beating on those Fireborn. And a big misplay here from Sidman. We'll call him Sid for now. But that's not good. Letting the Fireborn get wrecked by those Goblin Hewers, that is a horrific trade. The High Elves are going to be coming in for a brawl right now. And we see Larry in there helping. The Lore Masters are here. There is going to be a Dragon descending as well. You definitely want to spam click on that Dragon Slayer and get the kill. And now there's a big heal coming out from the High Elves. Fireborn still trapped up in combat versus Dwarf Warriors. Man, a mistake. They should be running around, rampaging, and staying out of range of those freaking Hewers. But I guess they can just grind down these Dwarf Warriors. We'll have to see. Archers do have their targets zeroed in. They're shooting into the Giant Slayers. Probably shooting into the Long Dong Slayer Pirates of Carrick Dive Bar as well. Goblin Hewer in the backfield, getting good damage into the Fireborn as well. And this is really going to be the big epicenter of combat, how this fight goes. And the Elves might be able to actually, if the Elves can win the hero fight, they probably win the game. I think a lot of it is going to come down to that. And did the Dragon Slayer die? Oh, the Dragon Slayer is dead. He is gone. And now Grombrindle's in a little bit of trouble. The 2 Lore Masters of Hoeth are getting a lot of damage in there, as we do see the Rahagra's Pride being called in as well. A really good AP anti-infantry unit against the Dwarven Ironbreakers. All right. So it's getting a little bit crazy right now. Grombrindle's on death's bed, but Larry is also getting smashed up as well. If Larry gets killed there, that would probably be game over as well for the High Elves, but she does escape, unintentionally, of course, and is going to be coming back to heal. Grombrindle at about 40%. Felix Jaeger, is he still alive? He is, providing heals. More blasting charges coming out for the High Elves as well. And now the Dwarven lines are advancing up onto the Archer lines, which is definitely a little bit problematic. And what are the Elves going to do to deal with this? Pure Main Company is the call-in here. Definitely want to get these cavalry to go clear out these Haggard Dwarf units. That's going to be the play. And Larry needs to not dive in, and she just needs to not die here. Just be very cautious, very conservative with the play. You can see the Dwarf player has a bit of an erection, wants to take down Larry. And we do see the Long Dong Slayer Pirates coming in to try and snipe Larry, which is a smart play. But how is the White Dwarf doing? He is actually very close to dying. Felix is going to be healing him, of course. But those Lore Master of Hoeth are doing very well. The Mighty Roar going down from the Rahagra's Pride. So the Narnia Lions putting a nice debuff down to that blob, as the dragon is going to be pulling away from the Goblin Hewer. The Goblin Hewer is sitting at 1,300 value so far. Really, really cool to see that thing doing well. And how did he get Larry blundered? No, the dwarf should not be catching you in melee if you are an elf. No freaking way. So the dwarves, I honestly felt like were maybe losing this until he started blundering his lord. He blundered Larry twice, and now Larry might run off the battlefield, and that probably is going to be the end of the High Elves here. This was a game the High Elves for sure could have won. His build was good, but his micro and execution on a couple areas, it definitely had some issues. But, I mean, we'll see if he can scrap it out still. I doubt it, but anything could happen. So Grombrindle at 1,300 HP. The Lore Masters of Hoeth getting a little bit of value in there. Long Dong Slayer Pirates debuffing stats. Breath Attack going down from the Dragon. Does make a little bit of contact right there. And here comes the Moon Dragon. Oh, nice charge on Gromby. Gromby very close to dying. The dwarves won't care as much about losing their lord. And here's the thing. If he did not blunder Larry, if Larry was alive and providing healing, I would say GG right now. Like, elves have this, but yeah, that is a colossal loss because the dragon would get healed up and Grombrindle falls. The double Lore Master of Hoeth. Very, very cool build there. They're going to be coming across and doing battle now. Dragon is at 0 leadership. Has Larry rallied in the bushes? She is shattered. So that is really, really, really unfortunate. Now, dwarves are going to be swamping the battlefield here. We do see some archers and some more lines of grace cleaning up the dwarf warriors here pretty easily. Also, the great weapons, the Pure Main Company has arrived, and the remnants of the Fireborn able to push back the Dowie here with a little bit of support. And Grombrindle is dead, and now they're probably going to go after Felix, I would imagine. Just get both of them and spam click on Felix is going to be your play. The Slayer Pirates, though, lowering melee attack of the Lore Masters by 10, but Lore Masters have a very, actually, super high melee attack base. You can see they're at 53 even while debuffed, so that's going to be a pretty good trade for them. But elves are still kind of in this game, but yeah, that big throw on Larry, I think, cost them. Like, if Larry had just sat in the trees and cast healing spells from downtown, this is a high elf victory right now. But, you know, it's easy. Mistakes happen. Good breath attack there. That was a good one. That hit pretty much everything. It's going to melt a lot of the dwarven units, including the Slayers. The Ironbreakers here are now wavering. The Dragon is back in business. And I would say if I were the high elf player, you probably resummon Larry. You call Larry back in. Because dwarves are probably going to resummon Grombrindle. Like, why the hell not? He's, like, not that expensive. And, yeah, just get him back in action. Here on the backside point, Miners of Blasting Charges being torn apart by the War Lions. Looking at the back objectives, we see the elves in a bit of a retreat. But a lot of the dwarven infantry are being cut down from very cost-effective high elf AP. And Felix Jaeger is now done for. So, man, the Lore Master of Hoth build, I love to see it. The meta is so cool now. These are units that, you know, you wouldn't think that you'd be seeing. But, yeah, they're making an appearance. And they were never very popular at any point in the meta. I think with Tyrion, they're good. You can go Tyrion with double Lore Master in this matchup. I think that's a really strong combo. And then you actually bring magic on Lore Masters because they can bring Earthblood. Probably would have been stronger than Larry, too. But as far as the objectives go, dwarves do have a little bit of a lead, but they are going to get robbed right now. So we do see the Illyrian Reavers. Oh, God. Jesus. Dad sneezed out of nowhere. I'm sorry. I tried to get away from the mic. But Illyrian Reavers and the Warlines of Praise swarm up and are going to be sealing objective number 1. Objective 3 here is currently being contested. We do see the Lore Master of Hoth cleaning off the last of the Pirate Slayers. Dragon coming in to provide a little bit of support with his 1,000 HP. And the elves do seem to be a little bit resurgent. Is Larry going to get called back in? I think so. Because if you get Larry and heal this dragon up, dude, you're going to be in Party Town. You're going to be taking your opponent to Flavor Town 100%. So I think that needs to happen. So Larry probably costs about 2,000. Felix Jaeger is on his way back in. Dwarves have called in their Dragon Slayer, so their hero is back. The other hero, not Grombrindle. So dwarves are going to be suffering the leadership penalty. And Larry is back. Okay. The High Elves are probably, if they can get a fat heal on the 2 Lore Masters, as well as the Dragon, I think that could seal the game. Despite the blunders, he's playing very well in many other ways. His unit selection and his army building, very good. And here you do see the Dwarves getting picked apart by some archers. On this side, the Narnia Lions battling it out versus the Norgamlings Ironbreakers. Not an easy unit to kill, that's for sure. And where's the heal? Oh, all right, the big Earthblood going down and the Star of Averlorn. That is potentially going to be a backbreaker for the Dwarves. As Felix Jaeger trapped up, 1 Lore Master of Hoth is broken, but he's going to be healed back up to like half health. Larry's healing is straight up next level. It's extremely good. And this Dragon, oh no, did he move out of the heal? I think he might have accidentally moved out of the heal. He did get the Earthblood. Now he's going to be landing down there and attacking Felix. Getting her done. Objective here owned by the High Elves. And on the other side, we do see the Warlines of Grace and Reavers. Ignoring the Ironbreakers, moving on to the Dwarf Warriors. Maybe they saturate back here and get that Goblobber. That would be a very, very solid play for sure. But the Dragon Slayer has arrived, and if there's one thing he's good at, it's slaying dragons, that's for sure. Reavers cleaning up what they can. Lore Masters of Hoth, both very healthy, but this game could still be won by the Dwarves, 100%. You have to be very cautious. I think this is the High Elves game to lose, but it's still close enough that it could go either way. But as long as the High Elves don't blunder their characters and are really cautious with their dragon, they should win this game. Here we do see the Norgamlings Ironbreakers moving up onto the point. Going to be trying to get blasting charges into the archers, which is very, very smart. Potentially going to be stealing this objective on the far side point. We do see some Dowie infantry arriving. And Felix getting smashed up by the dragon. Lore Masters of Hoth, are they active? We see the Narnia Lions in here. They're holding back the Dragon Slayer a little bit. Felix is wavering. He's at -9. This objective being contested. And we do see more Lions coming in, which is very essential. Norgamlings, 79 melee defense is some of the highest melee defense in the entire game. And these dwarf units, even if a counter is attacking them, they are so freaking hard to take down. But, you know, Lions are a very, very good start here, and they're going to be trying. The Dwarves do have several waves of good quality units coming up. Archers are going to run out of ammo soon, too, and more Dwarf Warriors are on the way over here. And, yeah, this could go either way. Currently, we see the Elves with a bit of a points lead. We see Felix battling it out versus the Lore Masters of Hoth and the Dragon Slayer. He's very aggressive with Ilariel, though. Very, very aggressive. And can the High Elf stabilize this back point? You know who would be really good here? Maybe even be Fireborn, or I guess like Swordmasters of Hoth could be cool too. This is a mistake here on summoning these archers. You should move them onto the point for capture weight and keep the dwarves from capturing your objective. But he is going to blunder that, unfortunately. So little fundamental misplays, potentially going to cost him the game here. And we do see the dragon getting smashed out by the Dragon Slayer. 2 Lore Masters of Hoeth are doing it. Larry just balls deep in the combat, but now she's starting to lose it. Never getting the kill on Felix. Need a little bit cleaner cycle charging. Maybe could have gotten the job done. Dwarves are going to be passing the elves on points here pretty quickly, and more Slayers are on the way up. What is the calling going to be? It is going to be the Fireborn. So we'll see if Fireborn can pull this back. It's certainly going to be a very, very tall order. Dragon is running away, as is the other Lore Master of Hoeth. And now that we see a similar situation where Larry is being a little bit aggressive, staying in the main fight, being circle beaten by Dwarves and Felix, as well as the Dragon Slayer. I think this is GG. You can't blunder Larry like this over and over. She's so expensive. Never should have happened in the first place. And that's the reason why Alexander was able to pull back ahead despite the healing, is that you spent so much to call Larry, and that's 2,000 gold that could have been, 4 or 5 high elf units controlling the dwarven infantry numbers. But instead, you had to call in Larry again, which was the right play, but that's the consequence of that overall. Will the Dragon rally? It has. A breath attack here against dwarves would be very, very good if there is one. Looks like the Dragon's going to be going after the dwarf warriors here. Still 2,000 HP, and the Fireborn cruising over for bruising. Just going to start running down the dwarf warrior units. They were braced for that charge. They do have charge defense, so they didn't take much damage on the charge, which makes sense. But Larry getting broken again, man. Oh, that's so tough. And on the backside point, Ironbreakers are just chatting it out and chilling. Not much to kill them. Some Pit of Shade, some type of magic, Dweller's Blow could take them out, but we're not seeing that prevalent here. And yeah. Side point, Dwarves are hanging in there, holding on to the point. Really good match, though, between these players. I'm very impressed. It was a super... Sidman had a really innovative build. I loved his build tactics. I thought that was on point. Just came down to some micro executions. As far as Alexander goes, just classic dwarves. Just keep grinding, even if you're in a bad situation. Just keep grinding and find a way to win, right? And that's how it went down, man. That's how it went down. So Long Dong Slayer Pirate's going to get charged by the Fireborn. Dragon maybe going to come in. I think it's too late. There's like 0% chance that you're going to be able to get the Ironbreakers off your Objective 2 and get to Objective 1 in time. We do see some Slayers coming up. They could easily defend that point, and that's GG at this point. So that is going to be a tournament win for the Dwarves, I think. The last tournament one was won by the High Elves, actually, the one that I hosted. We've had a number of factions winning. We've had Wood Elves winning, High Elves, Dwarves. I've seen Khorne win this season. A lot of different factions are winning, which is really, really fun to see. But yeah, I think Tyrion here might have actually been kind of a cool idea. Tyrion double Lore Master of Hoeth seems like a gangster strategy, right? He's very good duelist. He'll beat the brakes off most of the dwarven, support characters. Grom Rindle would put up a fight against him, but aside from that, it'd be good. But yeah, that was a good game. It was close. It was very close for a long time, but just little mistakes added up, and there's no way the High Elves are going to get the points back in time. So you could pretty much tap out at this point, and it would be the same conclusion. Yeah, the face-to-foot style was tough. He used the Wimp Low strategy with Larry L. He did really good with the Swordmasters and pretty decent with the Dragon. Kind of reckless with the Fireborn in the beginning, charging them into a Goblin Hewer. That feels pretty bad. The little things like that cost him the game, despite getting good cost-effective trades with the Lore Master. I mean, freaking 2,000 value on this Lore Master. How awesome is that? And that character does not cast nearly as much as that. Couple Pure Main Company going to be coming out, and they would trade very well. Pure Main Company actually probably would be able to get through these Ironbreakers, but it's going to take another 3 or 4 minutes. And the blasting charges, oh my god, so freaking brutal. Also, if you're High Elves, having a couple War Lion Chariots in reserve for late game is a really smart idea. They can run over and tear apart Norgmling's Ironbreakers pretty damn well, but you're not going to be seeing those here. Larry's still alive, Dragon's on the run, Lore Master of Hoeth trying, but there's no cap weight here for the High Elves. And the Dowie are going to be cackling once again, ladies and gentlemen. Norgmling's Ironbreakers are fleeing the scene. Not fleeing, chasing away the fleeing Pure Main Company. And a couple War Lions come in, but there's no way. He's only got, 10 seconds left to get the capture. I think Tyrion on foot is good. Yeah, the Heart of Avalorn is really good, but you don't need it. You could use Earthblood, because Lore Masters of Hoeth have Earthblood, which would be enough healing, I think. GG, well played. The Dowie have done it. Satisfy the grudge. The Hero Core, very good. Ironbreaker Chads and Goblin Hewer. 2,300 value Goblin Hewer. All right, that's fun. That makes for a really cool finals. And yeah, 3,700 value on this Demon Slayer? What the hell is that? Where did that even come from? Oh my god, 3,700? He must have just beat the hell out of those units in the late game. I have no idea, bro. Jesus. Oh my god. And for High Elves, Lore Masters, 1,300, 2,000. Larry, being reckless with Larry cost him the game. And war lions are good. I think mixing in a chariot is good. Probably fireborn are not worth it. I think just heavy chariots are better, probably, instead of the fireborn. All right, guys. The War of Vengeance has been won by the dwarves. The War of the Beard, just like it was in the lore, too. And that is going to be it. GG, well played. Hopefully you guys watched, enjoying me struggle with Bretonnia as I learned them trial by fire. And also the grand finals. Some good games. Really cool play by Alexander. It was fun to see those Goblin Hewers. So that is going to be it. That's not Gotrek. That's a Demon Slayer. It's a different character. So, holy shit, man. He did a lot of damage. He did get summoned twice, but even twice, let's take a look at what he costs, right? So even twice, go to the Dowie, and such is for the grudge, the dwarves. All right, what do we got here? We got, he probably, what did he bring? Worthy Foe? Yeah, that's for terror causing units, so he probably didn't bring that. I mean, 950, if you don't bring anything, he costs freaking 600. So if you just bring this homeboy, that seems like a freaking steal for 600 gold, guys. Oh my god. Maybe that's the forbidden meta, is the Dragon Slayers for only 600 gold, getting 3,000 value. I mean, that's something, guys. That's something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our winner. Going to go finalize that, and I appreciate you all. It was a really fun tournament. Drop a like on the way out if you enjoyed this, and we'll be back streaming sometime soon in the next few days. But that's it. You guys take care of yourselves. Adios. Do widzenia. Y'all rock. And you take care of yourselves. GG. Well played.